Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the UW Esports Connect. Today is Valorant game day, and we are going to be casting for you some semifinals and some finals matches. Of course, my name is Blobfish. With me is the indomitable Bowser. How's it going, Bowser? How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty great myself. Can't wait to see some Valorant action. It's the first tournament for Valorant in this semester, so looking for some great games, hopefully some good competition as well. I'm looking forward to everything that these competitors have to offer, and there's going to be some prizing on the line. Do you want to explain a little bit more about how the prizing works?
Oh, I may not be as qualified as you had hoped, but I'm not entirely sure on the prizing schematic. I will read up on that in the off time, but I do know that the players competing for the prizing today, at least in this match that we're about to watch, is going to be UW Valorant Black. So that is our official black team competing in our in-house tournament, going against Ted's friends. So we're going to see if Ted's friends are going to be able to overcome one of U Waterloo's own varsity Valorant teams. And as we are going to head into this first map right now, it is going to be Haven between these two teams. And we're going to hop right into Agent Select. And let's have a good game, Bowser. Let's see what these teams are going to pick.
Yeah, and Haven, amazing map. Once again, 3 bomb sites. Going to be very exciting on the rotations, especially how these teams decide to hold B, since that's mainly where the rotations come through. And we've already got an insta-lock Astra on the
There's
defending
Yoru's
side of
on the
things.
table, Bowser.
Those are fake. Those are fake. Don't get your hopes up
Come
just yet.
on, man.
I know you really want to see some Yoru gameplay, but this is probably just for the stream and just to troll the casters a bit. If we do get the lock-in, though, I'll eat my words.
Okay, all right. Well, I will certainly keep my fingers crossed. It does look like the Ted's friends are going for a pretty, more or less standard cut. We've got Omen, we've got Cypher, we've got Sova. Actually, the Reyna is going to get switched off for a Sky. So it is going to be that single duelist, one controller, Sentinel, Initiator combo. No, looks like we are going to get double duelist from Ted's friends most likely, whereas on the side of UW Valorant Black, it is going to be a more standard composition. We've got Wonin on the Astra, and it looks like the rest of the team and most of the players actually are still deciding on what they're going to lock in. Ted's friends looks pretty set, but we do have some baiting, and the Yoru will eventually get traded out for a Sky, and I cannot express how sad I am, but it's okay because this game is still going to be quite a good one, I'm sure. As teams are locked in, we're going to head into this best of 1 semifinals between Ted's friends on the attack, UW Valorant Black on the defense. Let's have a great one, as it is going to be Haven, and I am so excited.
Yeah, and personally, I haven't seen the Valorant Black team play, so I'm quite excited to see what they can bring to the table. We have seen the gold team play a little bit, and they do look shaky on some maps, but we can see if the black team maybe has a chance of showing off that same prowess that the gold team has as well. And these are kind of for fun, and we're kind of doing this for the community, but hey, I'm up for some great competition still.
Yeah, so now as we head into this first round, it does look like we are going to get some pretty default positions here. We've got 2 on A, 2 on C. Most likely one going to be heading over to that garage site and 1 on that B site for UW Valorant Black. Whereas for Ted's friends, it looks like they are actually not sure if they're going to go for a more default spread for now, but it does look like we've got some flank watch getting set up in the early stages. Augie is going to have that recon dart set up, going to shoot that out to Garage. It's going to get instantly destroyed, but that still is information in the bank, and it does look like that Ted's friends is going to look for something around B here. They are positioned in this mid area. Let's see who finds first blood in this first round.
Yeah, and we've got new men here positioned, just jump spying to make sure they don't enter into this position. Augie spotting one towards outside of the garage as well, and there's the reinforcements coming over from C. Denial there holding with Augie in that garage position. So they're not giving up this mid control easy, and there's not a lot of space taken, and they've already left C side as well. So they look pretty set up for this defense. They haven't even rotated their players off of A, and they've got two here to try to position and take these fights. I'm wearing socks with a really good cheeky angle here.
Yeah, and his friends, you can come up huge. Here comes the peak. That's one. Ted gets taken down by I'm Wearing Socks, but I'm Wearing Socks gets paranoid out, but it's Wonin finding one, finding two. Not able to find three, but that's still a solid defense for now, because it's the 3-on-2. Noobman makes it 3-on-1, and now it's all up to Boog Andy, who's gonna get caught on the flank, most likely a little dance of the duelists, but it's actually Bugani who's going to take down Denial. It's still a 2-on-1, but it could go either way because it does look like Bugandi is just going to bait up these shots. If you has two. Oh my goodness, Bugandi with the triple kill clutch. And that means round one goes over to Ted's friends.
What a clutch from Bugandi. That was a 3v1 situation on pistols, stuck in a corner. Position disadvantage, info disadvantage, and HP disadvantage as well. And still somehow Bugandi gets the final 3 to clutch out that round and 0-1. Not looking like a hot start for VALORANT Black here.
Let's get set up.
Yeah, and if that was my ranked game, I'd be a little tilted. I'm not going to lie, but it's only the first round. It's not by any means over yet. And again, we are going to see actually Brittany picking up a increase for this second round. So that is going to be quite interesting to see how much value that gets. As Denial here is in a good position. Depends if Willie snips. Oh, but the headshot is there for Willie. Take that out. Lonan will find one pick. Man finds another mid. It strays all around the map as it ends up in a 3-3. Willie is going to back off C though, as Brittany actually catches Noobman pushing aggressively in this mid area of the window. And now that is still Ted's friends with that man advantage, but they don't have the spike. So we're going to see how well UW VALORANT Black is going to be able to defend this.
Yeah, and I'm not too hopeful on their positioning here to try to hold this spike off. It's one flanking towards C-Long and one outside of garage with the pistol. Not even aware that the spike's probably being taken here, but I'm Wearing Socks might get caught out here.
Oh, and he's actually playing it so slow. Caught sight of one. The patience is there. Gonna actually not fire a shot. Just gonna look to push up. And it's actually both members of UW VALORANT Black on the flank. So
30 seconds
what are you
left.
gonna be able to find here? Because that means you're gonna have no one on site, and that's just basically a guaranteed spike plant as the drone goes out. They do hear it though, so I'm Wearing Socks has an Aries. I know, oh my goodness, Brittany who has the spike. That is actually a very costly mistake, because that means I'm Wearing Socks gets to hold it down, takes down 3, and that is a round over to UW VALORANT Black.
Yeah, and I was such a big fan of the decision that I'm Wearing Socks made not to shoot the classic pistol. Reason being, first of all, you have a timing. They have no clue that you're going to be so fast on the flank. And the second thing is, if you take that shot, you're not able to go pick up that free Aries outside of the mid window. And I'm Wearing Socks holds off, trigger discipline, gets the free kill, rewarded, and it's the spike as well. Big mistake, big drop from Ted and friends, and now it's 1 win apiece.
Yeah, now that it's all tied up, both teams are going to have some guns to work with now. But it is actually going to be Willie opening it up with a Marshall kill on I'm Wearing Socks. So that's one member of the defense down. But that's 2 Marshalls on the side of Ted's friends. Whereas it does look like UW VALORANT Black have the more rifles to work with. So we are going to see a bit of slower play. There's still 3 members gathered around this A side. And, you know, if you are UW VALORANT Black, you can just play it slow for now. Gather that information as you can. You're already a member down. You don't want to overextend, especially if it would mean losing another member and making it a 3-on-5, because that is a retake you don't want to have to do, especially when there's 3 potential sites that can be attacked here for Ted's friends. Now, Timer is running down a bit. That is 50 seconds left on the clock. So gonna see what the decision is gonna be from Ted's friends.
Yeah, and I'm thinking it's going to be an A lane. They've got more players towards advanced positions in A, and it does look like that's going to be happening right about now. But Furize is going to take an early peek, and this is going to be the rotation going to be calling over. But all the players here are positioned, ready for the hit. This is a great paranoia coming out. Noob full blind mid-sight right now. Doctor is going to also force him out of the position. Buchanan gets one in trading back, and one in, getting stuck on a teammate, and it's going to slow down. But the spike plant is going down, and Denial is going to find Ted. Willie's going to trade onto Augie, and another one for Willie from mid-side, and now it's just a lonesome Astra player to try to clutch us out with 7 HP of one in the window.
Oh, and that Marshall coming up big for Willie. You know, we saw that Ted's friends was low on the economy. They had the weaker guns coming to this round, and they managed to make it happen. They've got the spike down. It's the 3-on-1. Wonin here on 7 health. So this retake is looking quite impossible. And it looks like they're just going to make the call to save that Phantom, which, you know, considering how this round went, that is the smallest glimmer of hope you can take. Actually, it will be Brittany who takes the kill instead, but that is a thrifty round for Ted's friends, and they will take it up 2-1.
Yeah, very great decision there by whoever decided to say that, oh yeah, we should probably hit A there, because most of their players were towards the mid position, and rotating towards C would have been a very long rotate, and with 40 seconds remaining, they had plenty of time to push onto the site. The utility usage as well with the shock dart onto the default position, as well as the paranoia combined with it, made it very difficult for Noobman to fight alone on site, and deciding to fight there while being hit by all that utility is very difficult, and that's why Ted and friends get rewarded with that round there, and a big rifle purchase to go with on this round as well.
Yeah, now Ted's friends looking to keep up their score, keep up the lead. They have the advantage here with the gun, so they're going to probably look to press that forward. Furize is going to pop that cyber cage, but that does mean that there is going to be an opportunity for Noobman to push up this A-long area. Willie actually gets flashed out by the guiding light, but there is no kills coming out yet. It's a slow early round, but it's Furize who catches Noobman on the flank actually early, and that means what? But actually Furize could walk straight into the hands of Denial. There it is. That's a kill over. That's Brittany finding 2 in that mid-B garage area. So that means the spike is going to go down again for Ted's friends. And they're going to have it on the C site. And now it is all up to I'm Wearing Socks to clutch this in the 1v4.
Yeah, and I don't even know what weaponry I'm Wearing Socks has, but whatever it is, it's probably not enough to still win out this round. It's Willie just gonna find the headshot onto what I'm Wearing Socks to clean that one up and bring Ted and friends to a 3-1 scoreline.
Now that it's 3-1, if you are in the shoes of UW Valorant Black right now, you are feeling the pressure a little bit. This time though, because of the saves in the last round, they have the guns to contest. And this is a big round for UW Valorant Black. They are going to want to take this game back a bit. They obviously don't want to bleed any more rounds, especially you know, since they have they are purchasing the rifles, so they don't want to be giving up this round either, even though the guns are even. It's actually going to be Noobman who is most likely going to be actually using his Blade Storm. Yep, there it comes. Gonna look to maybe peek mid. Nope, just gonna look to hold the tight angle for now. But like I said, big round for UW Valorant Black. They've got to make something happen here, or else, you know, Ted's friends might just start taking this game and running away with it. Augie gonna drone out this garage, gonna spot one. The drone's actually not gonna go down, but there's no Hunter's Fury to follow up that information. Furize actually makes it all the way up to this C cubby. He's gonna look to hold it, look for anyone who might want to push out aggressively. It does look like they're leaning towards this C side for now, Ted's friends, but still no execute onto any sites yet.
Yeah, Ted and friends have such a solid default. Every round been giving up mid control for free, but at the same time, they still control either one of the A or C side. Furize missing up the camera a little bit. Probably need to work on that lineup and get that one down, but after the mid map control, it's really difficult for the other side of things to get the information to understand where they're going to be going, and this is going to be the execute going on to the C side now.
Oh, but Denial's big with the position on that elevator up top there. Actually finds one, and that is going to actually catches another, catches 3. And that is going to basically deny the execute completely. The 4th, yes, you can, but that is already going to be 4 members down for Ted's friends. The execute goes Ari as the smokes and the response is there. The hold is good, and that means it is now going to be all up to Brittany on this Sova to try and get something back. Augie says, I'll take that for you. No worries there, but that is still a great round for UW Valorant Black.
Yeah, and I'm actually a big fan of Ted and Friends going towards the C site there, but the way that they did it wasn't the best. You always got to make sure that at the entrance of this key choke, there's probably going to be some sort of Killjoy utility stopping you from running through that choke. So one shock dart, one anything, a couple sprays to the ground can eliminate either the alarm bot or the nano swarm to make it easier to run out of the site there. And so that was one of the reasons why they got so many there from that back flat position as Killjoy.
All right, and now the early round is looking to be, once again, this mid-control for Ted's friends. They're still going to go for the plays that they've made in the past, but this time, they're going to maybe look to switch it up as the aggression continues, as Ted pushes up, finds Noobman unawares with that trade there, but I'm Wearing Socks has a great angle from this A link. Will find one, takes down Ted. The sprays are coming through the smoke, but that's Bugandi getting taken down by I'm Wearing Socks, and the defender lockdown is there to defend more, and it's actually Denial on the flank, huge in that mid area to push Ted's friends off of the B site and to deny the spike, take down the spike planter. That's Furize on the flank. They now know where he is. He's the last one standing. What more can he get? I'm not sure, because here comes the guiding light, and it's gonna back off to that A site, but this is the members of UW Valorant Black slowly pushing up. They're gonna look to peek. That's one down though. Don't peek them one by one, because now you might be giving numbers, but it's okay because Augie's there to take him down, and that is it all tied up in this game. 3-3.
Yeah, and Denial. 2 big rounds in a row. The first one there with just the Killjoy set up on the C choke, and this second one with a big flank with the lockdown as well. So 2 different rounds with 2 different types of big plays, bringing Waterloo back into this one against Ted and friends. And I don't know, Denial might just be the MVP if they are able to squeak this one out.
Okay, so as we head into this 7th round, yeah, definitely, like you said, gonna see how actually even both teams start playing it out now that it's all tied up, and even never mind, there's a big off on that map now, and that's Wona getting taken down by the barrel of that big freaking gun, and now it is going to rotate over to that mid side. Can't find anyone else. Augie spraying through that garage door, not gonna find much else yet, but that's still a man advantage for Ted's friends, and we've seen them walk away with quite a couple of them so far if they get that early advantage. Not that last round, that was a solid defense for UW Valorant Black. But again, default positions, looking for info, looking for peaks, and for now, UW Valorant Black is not going to give up much at all. They're going to just play sight. They have Killjoy on that C. They're going to rotate 2 over to A. It looks like they're just going to hope to play the hold, and actually looks like their read is pretty good here because that's 3 members of Ted's friends, pushing that A side.
Yeah, they've got 3 towards this A side, but I don't think they're committing to it just yet. It looks like the spike is traveling back through the back hall towards the C site. Killjoy setup is there, but the Killjoy's not there to activate anything. So it's just going to be very advanced positionings for Ted and friends. Look at that. Noobman actually finding Furize, even though that was a very cheeky timing in a very cheeky spot. But that's still going to give Brittany the opportunity to put the spike down and set up a decent post plant with the Omen lurking through garage as well.
Yeah, and the post plant, it can be pretty strong, especially if you have no one on flank. They can just play for that long area, but Ted's friend's still gonna chill on the site for now. And there is no signs of the retake coming out yet because that's already 2 members down. Willie and Bugani both finding them. Stocks wants this round for his team, takes down 3, and now that means since the shot has come out, he knows where the last member of of Ted's friends is, and that's Bugani chilling in the garage, and now chilling on the cold hard floor because he's going to go down. That's a 4K for I'm Wearing Socks. That is going to be the defuse, and that is going to be 4-3 over to UW Valorant Black.
Yeah, that's a huge round to win there since there were ops on both sides, meaning that one of them is going to be broke here, and this op beat carried over is really good for the economy, and Waterloo are on a streak, 3 unanswered now.
Okay, so now that we have these rounds in order, and now that it seems like UW Valorant Black is definitely finding their groove now, Ted's friends, they might want to switch it up a little. They're playing slow. They have gotten the spike down in a couple of rounds now. They have found you know, those post-plant positions, but they haven't been able to execute maybe as well as they'd like. So maybe gonna see if they decide to switch it up a bit. I'm not sure how they will exactly do that. I mean, a bit more aggression, you can always say that, but if you're contesting something like an op, it's going to be really hard to just blindly run onto a site, especially when there is a Killjoy and a Cypher, a Killjoy and a Sky there to potentially look for that information and contest that execute. But for now, it is going to be, Denial finding a big pick there on Willie, taking down the Blade Storm, knocking that off the map, and now that's 4 members for Ted Friends against the 5 of UW Valorant Black.
Yeah, and it's just 3 pistols to boot with 1 hero rifle, I believe, on Fear Rise. Denial with the second, denying Ted from getting any further damage on this Econ, and carrying 5 guns is going to be huge for the side of Waterloo. It looks like they're still kind of spread out on the map, trying to look for some picks here. Deep Flash is going to get that information that they're not really pushed up very far on grass either, so Waterloo just hurdling everyone, kind of leading towards his garage position, besides the Astra, who's spotting for the A spot, and it's just got to be Ted. They got to push somewhere, try to find as many picks together as possible with the remaining 25 seconds on the table here, and they've got some decent utility to boot as well. Omen Smoke's not too expensive to use, Sova Dart as well, and it looks like Jurek's actually looking for timing, but not going to be able to find it. One in right there, posted up.
And the spike will still go down, but now it is the 2-on-5. And, you know, like you said, they were playing this pre-plant, those positions, that hurdling so well. I mean, they're not giving Ted's Friends any chance to actually find any guns and find any opportunities. Goodness, what happened there? That's 5 lining up for Bugani. That is an ace. And that means it's all tied up again. Ted's Friends, take it. It's now 4-4.
No way. Bugandi with the 5 headshots on 1 spray. That was insane. And I don't even know how that was possible, because it seemed like Valorant Black had decent spacing and they were checking their corners, running together. But Bugandi just steals that one away with just mechanical outplay. That's all it really was. And Bugani's like, nah, Denial, you're not getting this MVP. This is all mine, bro. You know?
Yeah, and it almost looked like the Waterloo got, you know, they played the round before the spike went down, you know, basically picture perfectly. And then once the spike got down, they got a little greedy. They were checking their corners, but then we saw 2 members, I think Noobman pushed through that smoke really aggressively, and they got taken down, and all of a sudden didn't quite catch the angle there. But yeah, like you said, all of a sudden it is Bugandi finding those heads, spraying all of UW Valorant Black down, and now that they've got it all tied up again, it's actually UW Valorant Black who have, you know, that gun disadvantage. That's Noobman posted on that Marshall, but that is still multiple trades coming across the map. And while I was talking, they've got it all tied up again in numbers. It's 3-3 still, but Ted is looking to change that as he pushes aggressively with that Lear on that B side. The shock darts come out for Augie, not finding anything again, and that is just going to be good. Oh, never mind. Augie not finding anything with the darts, but finding the nasty little headshot there with the Sheriff. That is Willie trading out on the other side of B. Now this is Bugandi again coming up big with another huge flank position with that teleport, and it's Willie who'll clean it up, and that's Ted's Friends taking another round.
Yeah, Bugandi is playing so well right now, finding those off-angle positions to get a free pick on Denial, looking at the ground, not expecting anyone boosted up there on the top left, and that 2v2 clutch was very, very big. Now, whoever takes this one is probably gonna, or not whoever takes it, if Ted takes this one, then it's gonna probably be Waterloo Black on another save, which might just carry them over to another round. And we're gonna see how they're gonna play this default. It does seem like they're gonna lean towards C a little bit more though.
Yep, now here comes the drone. Actually, it is gonna spot out Denial, just trying to get behind there. And if Denial thinks that he hasn't been spotted, this could be very deceptive for him. Because if he thinks that he hasn't been spotted, he might actually just look to hold that position or hold a different position, but actually just going to move over to that smaller box side cubby near garage, as it looks like Ted's Friends will back off for now as the drone for Augie comes out to potentially try and spot any members peeking down long, but they're not going to find anyone there because now Ted's Friends are looking towards that A side instead. But UW Valorant Black not giving them anything. They're just playing sites, they're playing close angles, they're looking to trade for each other if those executes happen, and they're waiting for Ted's Friends to make the first move, because if that doesn't happen, you know, technically UW Valorant Black doesn't need to do much at all. So the ball is in Ted's friend's corner. Gonna see what they're gonna be able to do with it as the clock ticks down. We're now at 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it really seemed like they were trying to activate Augie on the C site. Went for the drone, didn't get the first tag because Augie has that Hunter's Fury to play with. And if he gets that tag, it would have probably been an instant Hunter's Fury. But because all that recon utility did not find its mark, it's going to be this A site hit that's happening right now.
Oh, and actually gets tagged by the Hunter's Fury. That means the op is down. It didn't even find the first shot to connect with either. But that's I'm Wearing Socks finding a kill. I think on site there, on flank. I'm not actually quite sure. But he is deciding to trade with the Hunter's Fury of his own. Finds Bugani. That has been the MVP of these last 2 matches going down for... So gonna see how they're gonna be able to push it here as the lockdown comes out as well. So does the Seekers. So many ults used by UW Valorant Black to push them off of this site. And now that the defuse is coming up with the Cosmic Divide, Ted's friends can't even get on the site. They can't even push through this Cosmic Divide, and they're just gonna back off and look to save the guns.
Yeah, and that was sometimes when that many ultimates do come into play, it might just be the best to get off site and keep whatever guns you have to live to fight another day, because you know at the end of the day, if you're running through that Astra wall, there's going to be 3 gun barrels staring you down from the other side, and they know it's just too tough to try to hold onto the site. No lineup utility for the end post plant there if your Sova is down. So it's not a bad scoreline, and just keep this 5-5 and play with the guns for the next round. And Noobman, light whiff there in the middle on Ted.
Yeah, Noobman not finding as much value with that op yet in these last 2 rounds, but that still could change as it comes out. But Augie again looking to find out some information safely by pushing out that garage. Catches one, pushing in. It's Brittany gonna look to spray through it there, find the head, easy peasy, no problem. Brittany maybe a little too greedy there, looking for that kill all by themselves, not able to find anything there as Augie makes it a man advantage for UW Valorant Black. And again, playing close angles, playing sight, not giving Ted's friends anything to work with. And that means it's all up to Ted and his pals to find something here, because UW Valorant Black is just playing so safe. Not sure what the play is for them, and I don't think they know either. And again, we're back in a situation where they've got 40 seconds on the clock and they've got to make something happen.
Yeah, and it looks like the spike is towards B or C here, so there's definitely not enough time to take A at this point in time, so they're probably going to hit towards there, but none of that Killjoy utility has been taken down at all. So I'm Wearing Socks going to find Fear Rise towards the A side of things as well, and honestly, it might just be another save from Ted and friends if they're not going to be able to get through this C site.
Yeah, and it looks like Ted's and friends are a little lost right now. I mean, now with 14 seconds left, they're going to have to try to push out on this C site, but the Nanoswarm is there to delay, and that's still Denial hold up in that corner area. The Gravity Ball to deny the default plant. Denial not finding that kill, but Noobman should know, actually, but there's no time. The spike will go down, but actually, looks like UW Valorant Black is kind of playing the crosshair. Yep, there's another one, and that's just going to be Noobman left alive. So, if you're UW Valorant Black, yeah, you won that round there, but your economy is now looking a little rough. I mean, because you have to buy guns for all 4 members that went down. So, honestly, for Ted and friends, this is giving them an opportunity to maybe swing it back their way.
Yeah, and it's only 6-5. This game's very close, and it's coming down to the wire here. And it really seems like what's been happening is this real turtle kind of style going on for Waterloo Black. And Ted and friends just don't know how to respond when those peaks aren't being given to them. And they're taking a little bit too long to get onto those executes. But this time around, they're giving me my words and going towards A off the bat with 4.
Yeah, and I think this is their time to kind of make something happen. They've decided that, hey, listen, this default slow style is not working right now, so let's just push aggressively. We've already found one in I'm Wearing Socks. This Empress is going to come out now. The Lear on site, checking those corners, and now it looks like for the first time in a while, friends might have the site here. They are going to plant the spike, but that is the Empress going down, and that's actually Noobman finally coming in, finding 2 in the head. Fear Eyes finds Denial on the flank, but that's the Neuro Theft coming out. So now UW Valorant Black has to back off a bit, but it's still the 3-on-3. That is actually going to be Bugandi, just going to ult for that information. Gets revealed out in the end as he goes back. But oh, it is the double updraft Blade Storm for Bugatti taking him down, but now Willie with the op, making it even once more. Oh, it's getting tense because now post-plant positions are looking pretty good. Hacking smoke. Actually, no. Does that mean that... I'm watching, it's the shorty and the 4K for Noobman to clutch it out.
Yeah, and the story of that round was whose jet is better. Willie getting an off shot, Noobman finding Ted on that aggressive peek towards the spawn position, then the Blade Storm coming up with the double updraft in the A link on that boosted box, catching Bugatti trying to whip out the paranoia at a bad timing after getting scanned by the dart as well. So it was really just a battle of the jets there, and it was Noobman at the end there to finish it off with the two shorty shots after tagging twice with the Blade Storm as well. Very great play there from Noobman. Very quiet half, but that round, Noobman was speaking loud.
Yeah, now that we're switching over, I mean, 7-5, not a bad scoreline to go into that second half with for the side of Ted's friends, but gonna look to see how they're gonna be able to maybe try and bring it back in this defense sided. Now, we do see a frenzy coming out for I'm Wearing Socks on the attack, so looks like UW Valorant Black is gonna look to go for just an aggressive push on the A side here. We already see 5 of them posted in this lobby area. They're gonna take a couple of shots at Rise, and they are gonna tag him down. Noobman finds first blood though. That's really going down. Gonna dash right over that trapper. Actually, and he's already on site. Super aggressive. Furize has to hide behind this cyber cage. Now here we go. We've got one member of Ted's on the back of site, but now they're coming through. Finds a trade. Bugatti now finds another trade. Kills all over the city side. Just 1 against 2. Wonin can't find it, and that is a round going over finally to Ted's friends.
Yeah, these rounds are just tit for tat right now. You get 1, I get 1. You get 2, maybe I get 3. Then it's back and forth all the way. And this one was just in a full-out A-side execute there, and they were able to get the rotation so quickly that they had 3 or 4 members on site of A before the attackers could even get up A long or A short. And those quick rotations allow you to fight as a team a little bit better, whereas you're not being picked off one by one, ran over, and the spike going down. And because the rotations go so fast there, they were able to pick up that round, and they're 1 off from equaling this out back again.
Okay, so now that we've had this first round go the way of Ted's friends, they're going to look to roll it over to another round win on the defense. They've got the guns to make it happen, and now it actually looks like Denial is going to try to catch Furize here, and that is a good start for UW Valorant Black because now they've got a Spectre on their side on this Killjoy. Maybe going to look to pass it off because they are low on health, but that means the man advantage goes over again. So now it's actually UW Valorant Black still playing it very slow. They're gonna look to see if Ted's friends is gonna give them anything here. Maybe looking to push out Garage, but nope, it's just gonna be Willie holding it from that elevator side. Actually, it might be a push there as the drone comes out. It's gonna spot out Noobman, but they know Brittany is it. Oh, beautiful shot. It's traded up by Willie though, but does he know that there's 3 members still there? Gonna Cloudburst Tailwind dash away, but dashes right into the crosshairs of Denial, and that is gonna be the spike going down in full sight control for UW Valorant Black.
Yeah, now Bugatti is gonna be jumping into his crossfire there, and there's no shot. You're gonna hit those 180s on while jumping, mind you. And now it's just down to Ted without his friends, and he's got a lot of room to make up with. Reloading with 15 bullets, gonna try to find Augie, but the classic of that distance against the Ghost is really tough to go up against, and that's gonna bring this one to an 8-6 there. Almost able to claw their way back in, but once again not able to convert those SMG second rounds.
Yeah, and that's got to be really, really tough. And now they've got to stick most likely to... actually, no buys coming out yet for the side of Ted's friends. Looks like they're still debating on what the buy is going to go for here. But on the side of UW Valorant Black, we've got a Spectre, and we've got definitely some rifle buys. And it actually does look like Ted's friends is going to go for a smaller buy there. They're not going to fully commit to those rifles. We do see a Guardian on the side of Ted. But that will be Augie again opening it up for UW Valorant Black, finding another first blood. And now it looks like UW Valorant Black is just going to push up on the C side. It's already Augie way up this long lane. Actually going to peek straight into a Marshall on the guard and get taken down with a headshot. But now the flash is coming out. Noobman finds one. She gets traded out by Bugatti, but Mal is there to make up for it. And now that is going to most likely be a plant for you Waterloo. But this time they do, Ted's friends does have Furize on this flank here. So going to see what they're going to be able to do with it. Not going to push out yet, but the post line position should be pretty solid for now. Fury Eyes has to push into this with a classic, and that is a Marshall that you were staring down. Brittany looking for a wall bang here. You don't have to peek this at all. Should be a pretty safe round, bar a miracle, because now all of a sudden Fury Eyes has got a Phantom in his hands. Can you make it happen with this? Nope, gets taken down by Marshall. Wonin will find Brittany and Garage, and that is a team ace for UW Valorant Black.
Huge round to convert there. That means they should be able to upgrade to pretty comfortable guns here. And if they're able to also convert this round, that's going to leave the side of Ted and Friends on a broke round, and that's going to be a 10th round. So momentum is so important in this 4th round here to whoever decides to win it. And it does look like Waterloo are going to go for a 5 execute off the rip onto the A side. Willie also picking up the operator on their side, but little do they know that the push is all going to be over towards the A side. So retaking with this operator will not be fun if they're not able to get the rotated information off the bat. But Ted with a big opener onto denial.
Yeah, Ted pushing up aggressively in that short area, and it's going to take down one. That will stifle the push for now. A bit of reconsideration for UW Valorant Black as they have to kind of reconsider the game plan, because now the Ted has found that first pick. Again, we can just see them play sight instead. Going to hold those close angles, look to trade with one another. They've got the crossfire for long. Trailblazer will come out, will find someone out in that back of boxes area. But it does still look like the commit is going to come out for UW Valorant Black, and that means in response, Ted is going to pop that Empress. Not sure what you're going to find yet, though. Here comes the guiding light, and this could signal go for UW Valorant Black. They're slowly pushing up this main area, but no, the reconsideration again. Not sure what the plan is here. They've got 2 members posted looking for anything, but not going to get spotted by the camera, and it looks like UW Valorant Black is going to reconsider their options.
Yeah, 30 seconds remaining. They cut noise, and they brought the spike towards mid-window. Going back to A lobby. Lots of hesitation here. Not a very clear call going to happen, and they've really got to execute quick here. And so much time to not work with right now, and the Empress does run out as well. 13 seconds. What's going to happen, Ted? Finds one. Augie trades back. Fury Eyes gets one. Augie again. Willie now trades back and forth. The scoreboard is Christmas color, and now it's just down to 1, and with 4 seconds remaining, have to tap. Gonna find one on Willie and Brittany again, and the trades were so back and forth that round.
Yeah, and Ronan almost finding the flick there, but ultimately it was the indecision that really brought down UW Valorant Black. We saw Noobman go back and forth, onto site, off of site, onto site, off of site, and eventually that indecision meant that you have basically 18 seconds to get the site, plant it, hold positions, prevent any sort of retake. And, you know, Ted's friends, for what you could say, they were on point. They just simply pushed onto site. They saw that there was no time left and that UW Valorant Black was looking super scattered, and they picked them off slowly one by one. Trades were good, and that means the Ted's friends will finally take a round for themselves in the second half now as the Blaze Storm comes out for Noobman this time. The guns are still there, more or less, for the side of UW Valorant Black. But now it looks like, again, they're just going to push this A set now. The Cosmic Divide is going to get used. Trailblazer to spot out the site. They're going to find that no one is there. They're going to actually use the Attacker Killjoy lockdown as well. Fury Eyes hold up in this back of Heaven. He is not going to get tagged out. He has the camera. He spots 1. He spots 2. He sees the Nano Swarm comes out, so he knows there's got to be at least 3. He's going to hear the turret as well. The Nebula Star is going to come out in that Heaven side. Ops not finding any shots yet. Off the in though. Ted's going to open it up. Going to find that wall bang headshot. Can you find any more? Because now the positions are here. Gravity Well is going to find 3 around this CT side. Now they're pushing onto site though. Willie's got the Cloud Burst to look for hell. That's Fury Eyes finding Augie though with the drop. And now it's Denial. Another in the smoke, but it's Ted's friends coming up big. Bugatti finding another defuse. The spike gets tapped. Willie finds one on the peak. Can he find another? No, we cannot. Ted finds him, and that is the spike going over for the defuse, and that is going to be Ted's friends picking up another round.
Yeah, that was a very cool round to watch as Ted and friends were playing a retake setup on A with just their Cypher with that camera spotting all the information happening on site. So much utility being used by the attackers when there was literally nobody on the site, just one player towards the Heavens. And at a certain point, there's always gunfights you have to take. And when you've used that much utility getting onto site, you don't have as much utility to hold the site. And that's what allowed the side of Ted and Friends to just retake that site with full confidence that, oh, they don't have anything that can stop us because they used it all trying to get to us, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we saw so much get used there, but ultimately the ults had minimal value because by the time the spike actually came down, the Cosmic Divider was already going down. The lockdown had long expired, and ultimately up to then, it just comes to the gunfights, and it's Friends who comes out on top. And now that means that UW Valorant Black is going to be a bit of a lower econ here, as that is a Sheriff on Noobman who dashes straight into a wall, gets taken down by Brittany. That's still denying Garage. So can you find the trade? Yes, you can, actually on a Spectre, sorry. But still, the gun advantage is still over the side of Ted's friends, and Ted will open up another one in mid. Finds one, finds two, can you find three, and a peek again. Oh my goodness, the Eagle peek is huge because you're peeking one by one by one. I'm wearing socks, finds the trade in the end, but that's 1 on 3 with a Marshall, and that is not going to be enough. Your Eyes finds I'm wearing socks, and that is Ted's friends tying it up again, 9-9.
Yeah, not a big surprise on that round there. A little bit of a gun advantage, and Ted saying, yeah, these are my eco frags. No one else is going to take them, and I'm going to peek them one by one if they're going to peek me one by one, because those are good fights to take as a Reyna. You're getting a 1v1, plus you have the better gun. So Ted finding 3 in the middle there, not much to say and not much to analyze. It's really just them taking fights as much as possible with the weaker weaponry that they have. But this round here is the one that we gotta pay attention to, as Noobman picks up the first shot there. Great value coming out from the operator on the side of the things, and that's gonna be a great drone as well. And Brittany gonna be tagged up by the Hunter's Fury. Now it's a 5v3 situation. This is very huge.
I've got your trade.
Froggy gonna be working out of C right now. Gonna get the spike as well, and that's gonna get planted down here. Noobman also gonna find Willie, and this might just be a flawless round. Noobman picking up 3 big kills with the operator there, is able to secure these ones out.
Yeah, and my mic was muted there, but you should have seen my reaction when those shots came out all across the board for UW Valorant Black, and they come out firing on all cylinders there in that round. And now that they've got that confidence in their hands, it's still pretty even on guns across the board, but that flawless round is a big motivational booster, and hopefully they'll be able to take that mental buff and use it to roll over Ted and friends again. But now they are going to post 3 on that C side, and they're going to look to peek it again. And actually, that is just going to be Ted and friends backing off that angle. Willie not finding the opening shot in that B to window angle. That will be Brittany, though, looking for a drone there. Will actually get concussed by, not sure why, by what, actually. Unless I was looking at the screen incorrectly, but that is the shock darts coming out, looking to find some damage on the cubby. Not going to stick. Now that is still 3 or make it 4 members of UW Valorant Black posted on the C side. But now that Ted and friends know that they're there, it is just going to be I'm wearing socks gonna start off the push there. Willie holding a tighter angle though with this off, and that's Brittany finding the opening pick. There's no trade available because that was just I'm wearing socks all by themselves. Now they're gonna get spotted out. Now that's another pick for Willie. No, the jumping peak though, not gonna find much, as that's Noobman now with the aim that will find its target, but that's 30 seconds on the side of UW Valorant Black. Oh my god, I cannot speak, and that is going to be the spike going down for them on that B side.
Yeah, you're right. Opting to not go for that spam there. Gonna find the alarm block, and that's the counter nano swarm to stop Your Eyes and slow down that push. Hunter's Fury gonna be used out very early, and that's gonna find a target there. Big information being transferred over. 1 and tagged up to 70. It's gonna try to invest all this utility before they go back down, and Your Eyes is gonna be usually spamming that one out, and Noobman probably gonna look to save this operator for the next round.
Yeah, just gonna have to back off here as the defuse is going to stick. And that is just, again, UW Valorant Black running down the timer to their own consequence ultimately, and it costs them that round there as they have to just push up and plant. But that means that, you know, with all that time on their hands, Ted's friends can just slowly push in, find those shots, and you know they were able to pick off many members of UW Black earlier on that C side anyway. So you know, UW Valorant Black went from a really confident round to a bit of a shakier round. So now it's all tied up again, and man oh man, is this a close game.
Yeah, and name of the game in the earlier parts of it was all about the support agents. It was Bugandi on the Omen, Denial on the Killjoy, but the second half of this match has been the Jets on the Ops and the opening entries that have been really sealing these rounds off the rip, and it's quite exciting to see all these members of the team, and once again, the duelists are showing up. Ted finding Denial right from the get-go.
Okay, so now that the pick is out, now you can just play slow like we've seen UW Valorant play on the defense, but that's actually Ted pushed way out into the garage because now that they know they've got UW Valorant Black cornered, they can just push up because they have all this space and they can still hold these tight corners, but that doesn't mean they're gonna give up some area here, but it doesn't matter because they find the 2 kills on that CT area. Ted is gonna spot out 2. The neural theft as well will confirm the amount of members around that C side, and now here comes the pincer that is Ted and friends. I'm wearing socks, gonna find one out, and actually because the recon dart not going to spot anything there, but now again, because those members of UW Valorant Black have gone down, Ted and friends can just hold this pincer there. They can keep the members of UW Valorant Black almost like in a cage. Augie though is going to try to rotate back through CT, but they don't have the spike. They have the angle on Ted. They're not able to find the shots. Ted can look to trade it out. Furai still holding the spike well and dandy. This is looking like a decimation of a round for Ted and friends, and there we go. And now they have the lead 11-10.
Yeah, big round there from Ted. Walking up a lobby and finding that first opening pick, denying any position advantage over to the side of Waterloo Black. And now we see Ted on the top of the scoreboard as well, climbing all the way from the depths of the bottom, I remember. And it's really big that your duelists find these opening kills, as the opening kills give your team the numbers advantage to hold more spots around the map and realize which spots are open, where can we go, where the spike is, or can we hold down everything at once. And they really put the last 2 players there in a cage, nowhere to go, fully trapped, and now they're executing onto the C-side together.
Yep, and that's Woden finding the opening trade onto Brittany, and now it's going to be the 4-on-5 retake for Ted and friends to have committed here, and now here comes the lockdown as well. So they are going to look to take all this space. C-side will go over to the side of UW Valorant Black, no problem. They have I'm wearing socks posted on this flank. Watch, looking for anyone who may be creeping up. It might be Bugandi, but now Ted going to pop the Empress, looking to take this match back in their hands. But now, looking to spot out anyone who's holed up on that back CT side. Not going to find anyone yet, and that is the timer running down. You have to make something happen now. The turret is watching that garage side. What more can you find here? Bugatti going to take down Alarm, but here comes the guiding light. Paranoia has to back off into this cubby. No trades are going to come out yet. No picks, but that's actually now opening up Noobman and Wonen both finding each 2 down. I'm wearing Noobman finds another on site, and that is a flawless round to tie it up again. 11-11.
Yeah, this one's definitely going to be going down to the wire here. Back and forth we go as Waterloo with a very huge flawless round there. Would have been very low on economy if they weren't able to close that one out, but carrying over 5 guns from the previous round means that they've got buys for the rest of the match to go. But it's not the same position here for Ted and friends. If they lose this one, they could be on a really rough buy on the next one. So they've got to make sure that they at least win and carry over 2 or 3 guns just to make sure that last round they have a decent buy here. And no ultimates online besides the Blade Storm here as well. So nothing as an X factor to try to pivot this round back if you do lose some big numbers.
Yeah, so now the pressure's on here, and I like that actually Noobman pushed with the drone there, but almost could have gone bad because I think they almost lined up, and if they had got taken down there with the collateral, that would have been quite the interesting shot there. But here, oh, and Noobman dashes into a wall, but it's okay because he finds the wall bang, uses it to his advantage, and takes down Ted, and now this opening is good for UW Valorant Black because now they have control of this B side. They're going to push onto it. No response yet from Ted and friends because they are not in a position to do so. Brittany's going to have to drone out to look for information. Gonna spot out Noobman. They're going to try to take pot shots through the smoke, but now UW Valorant Black just going to back off to this mid side, and they're just going to look to control the spike from the mid area. So that means Bugandi is looking and feeling the pressure to try and push out, but it's going to get spotted out by the turret. Going to get tagged out. Actually going to get taken down by I'm wearing socks. Brittany looking to peek with the up, not finding anything. One triple on the side of Noobman, and that is another flawless round to take it a match point for UW Valorant Black.
Yeah, and now they have an opportunity to close this thing out, as well as not the greatest buy from the side of Ted and Friends. We've got a Stinger, a Guardian Light Armor coming out, and Willie, not even a Blade Storm to activate as well. So this could be a really rough buy for Ted and Friends, and if Waterloo Black are aware of how weak the weaponry, they have a huge advantage if they just play together and use their guns and don't hand any more over. So we'll see how this round plays out as well, because 3 players are one off, or 2 players, excuse me, are one off their ultimate as well.
Yeah, now it is perhaps the final round here. If UW Valorant can get it down, the Seekers will come out for this side of I'm Wearing Socks. We'll send those out to look for that information. They're going to clear the back without even having to know, because the Seekers did not go in that direction. And now Augie's going to get the spike plant down. They're going to look to potentially just play from this long side. Spike goes down, and now it's the 5-on-5 retake. I could not ask for a bigger hype blast round potentially, as Bugani will find the opening shot to Augie from garage side. Willie's gonna push out with this shorty. Can you find anything? No, it's Newman finding one, but oh my gosh, kills all across the board, and now it's a 3-1 for the side of Ted and Friends. It's all up to I'm Wearing Socks who's doing this. How did this happen? All of a sudden, kills coming across one by one, but I'm Wearing Socks says it's not over yet. Will find Furize. This dark cover. I'm Wearing Socks have the angle on to the spike. No, it's at 3. Just don't connect. Oh my goodness. I'm Wearing Socks. Headshot, can't find it at the end though, and it is still gonna be Ted finding the defuse on the spike, and that is going to be an overtime now in this match.
Wow, what a nail biter of a round. They're going down to the final 1v1, both players knowing where the other are, and it really just came down to the wire there on that 5v5 retake, and it was their round to lose, but Ted clutching that one out, able to get the defuse as well, and now we're going to be in our first overtime of the UW Connect Valorant tournament. This is quite exciting, and I don't know what the play is here. What are you thinking here, Blopper?
Honestly, I think we've seen a lot of overtimes. I think it's definitely really important, I think, to either commit to a kind of play style that you want, because I think a lot of teams kind of feel really unsure in the overtime. They're not sure how to bounce back with the defense and the offense, and they kind of run down the timer on their own, overthinking it. I think you have to be decisive in these overtime rounds. If you're on the defense, pick to a style, make sure you're holding side angles, you're trading with each other, communication is high. If you're playing on the offense, don't let yourself run down the timer because you're unsure. You have to be on your toes here, and now it is going to be Ted and Friends starting off in the attack first. So gonna see how well they start out. We're gonna see mostly rifles. Not sure if I caught an op there. I don't think I did, but it's gonna be, obviously overtime round. That means everyone gets buys most likely. So I don't know. I really think that Ted and Friends have an opportunity here because they're on the attack first, and they were, looking pretty good on that side there. So gonna see how it's gonna play out, but it's overtime, it's close, and it could still, honestly, the entire match so far could go anyone's way.
Yeah, and I'm going to attribute these final couple rounds to whichever duelist finds the opening picks. And it really seems like Ted and Willie have been finding a little bit more than the side of Valorant Black here. So if they continue to do so, I would hand it over to the side of Ted and Friends. And now we're getting into it. Let's keep our eye on the duelists and how they're going to attempt to find these openers.
And we see that Noobman is actually posted up on the top of boxes on this left side of B. The Nebula smoke comes out, but no push yet. It's actually most of Ted and Friends still posted on this attack side. Ted will get spotted out actually by the recon dart. That is going to be a lot more presence in this garage side for UW Valorant Black, and that means there's only one member of that squad on the A site, and it is going to be Wonin posted there, who is going to look to potentially have to peek into 2 people, because here comes Willie and Furize pushing up, and it is looking like Ted and Friends is going to make this rotate towards this A side. Here it comes. This could be the push for them. Furize waiting for the team to arrive before looking to peek into this, but now they might have given up too much time, because here comes UW Valorant Black. That's I'm Wearing Socks and Noobman coming over to support Wonin here as the execute comes out now. Here comes the push. Ted pushing out. The paranoia comes through. Ted finds one. Wonin's there to trade, but here comes the shot. Furize. Wonin gets blinded out, not able to find anything more. It's the 4-on-3 still for the attack. Augie finding Furious through the smoke, ties it up. It's all even. Here comes the drone looking for information. That's actually still Noobman posted up on this heaven side, which could be big, but actually gets spotted out. Recon Volta will find Augie. Lear coming up, but no push following up yet. And now here comes Denial looking to push forward aggressively. Could find Brittany here, but they are going to hide back. And now the post-plant positions are there. Now locked and secured for Ted and friends. They're just going to look to play this slow. No need to peek here because that is the jump of UW. Noobman running in. Denial finding one. Can they find... It's the 2-on-2. It's the 1-on-1 actually, and it's gonna go. No, the kills aren't out yet. It's the sub-on-sub, and it's Brittany who comes up on top. That's Ted and friends taking it to match point.
Wow, what a huge round there. Once again, coming down to these 1v1 situations, running out of bullets as well, switching over to the jumping classics, and it's literally just every minor detail is what's going to win you these rounds here, because everyone in these games can do everything. They know how to use their utility, they know how to aim, they know how to take these fights, but those little small details that come down to it, who switches to their pistol first might even be the reason why you can win one of these rounds out, and that's going to bring it to a 13-12 here as Brittany clutches out that one.
And now it is match point for Ted and friends. They brought it all the way to this, and now it's up to UW Valorant Black to take it to double overtime. But Ted and friends, they fought for this. They came back from the deficit, and now they've tied it all up again and again. And now they're looking to, instead of tie it up, they're looking to take it home. It is UW Valorant Black on the attack, though, so they were looking a little stronger on that side. Brittany looking to bait out some garage shots. No luck there yet, and that means there's no one posted on B. The trick plays will find the trap wire, not a player, and that means Brittany could be in trouble here. That is Noobman jumping up onto that box area, and now looking for sprays through the smoke. The smoke will go down. Ted looking to shoot through, but actually it's Noobman. Finally the shot. That means Ted is left on 2 health. That is so low. The turret will find Ted, and it's I'm Wearing Socks who will find Furious instead, and now it looks like it's all falling apart. No, Brittany finds one, can't find the trade one, and will find them instead. And now it's Noobman up on this post, looking perched up like a predator, staring down at its prey. Gets found up. Predator goes down. Now, it's 2 members on site, but that's all 3 members of UW Valorant Black off of the spike. They're playing out in mid, and this is going to be such a difficult retake because here comes the swing. Bugani has to look for the defuse here, but here comes the shot charge. Here comes one in, finds 1, finds 2, and that is tying it up again. 13-13. We go to double overtime.
Yeah, Valorant Black there. Very great decision there to go take that B site. Not a single member of the side of Ted and friends holding that. Just Furious' trapwire sitting front sight there to try to hold down that entire thing. But once that little barrier of a wire gets destroyed, it's a free site and they just get the plant down. The duelists find the opening picks, and that really just seals the deal after that. They just need to hold on tight to that post plant with the utility they have. They've got the Sova recon, shock darts as well as one in on the close cubby to play off of that utility and secures on that round. But lots of big opening fights here. Ted finding the first one, has an orb to work with, but I'm Wearing Socks trading right back immediately and it's gonna get blinded off that angle as well.
Okay, so now the spike goes down again. Ted and friends finding the plant. But man, it's been so close this game that you honestly feel like it could go either way. Both teams are just neck at neck here. They are all tied up every single time, and what could happen? What way will it go? Denial pushed way off the site. Actually has to back off to that garage side as well, and that will be Brittany looking for them. Augie's gonna recon dart, and this may signal the beginning of the retake coming up. Brittany actually finds Denial, and that means, oh, here comes the culling. Squad of Willie takes down 3, finds the triple kill, and that is match point over again to Ted and friends.
Yeah, big round there from Willie. It's always going to be Ted and Willie in these final rounds here as the duelists are really taking these fights and winning them. And it's going to come down to whoever gets 2 in a row now. And this could be the round that Ted and friends seal it. They're going to be playing towards C site with 3 here. And it does look like Valorant Black might be walking right into this one. Trapwire front site, trapwire garage, and double C is the setup for the side of Waterloo. So we'll see if they're going to be able to hold on to this one as the drone is moving its way up C-long right now.
Yeah, and the drone will trigger the trap wire, but here comes the rest of the team. Noobman dashing into that cloud burst. But here come the defense. Can you find anything? Oh, Furious finds one, but it's traded out. Noobman will find him in the back of sight, and now it's the 4-on-3. The retake has to come out. Ted actually finds Noobman, though, peeking out, looking to almost almost fighting the shots there on to Aki, but gonna be able to fight that Spaghetti, but gets traded up by I'm Wearing Socks. Another bloody round, but it could be Ted and Friends coming out on top because here comes Ted finding one, Brittany finds the other, and this is it. That is going to be GG. They find all members of UW Valorant Black, and they're gonna take this best of one semifinal, and they're gonna make it all the way to the finals. GG, well played.
Yeah. Congratulations to Ted and Friends on winning this one. This was a big one to win, and it was the triple OT sealing it out at 15-13.
I think we've seen so many overtimes lately, Bowser, especially when you and I have been casting so many tight, intense games. We're going to see if the finals are going to be like that. I mean, this definitely was one. Both teams kind of just going at each other, and they were so even in so many rounds that you and I thought we would go one way, it would go another, but either team would just come back, surge forward, and take it back. But now that does mean, unfortunately, that the run here for UW Valorant Black is going to be over. That does mean, though, that Ted's Friends are going to move up to the finals, and we will be back soon with that. It is going to be the best of 3, so we will be back real soon. I'm Bob Fish. With me is Bowser, and we'll see you in the finals. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Apologies for the big delay there. We were dealing with some behind the scenes stuff that we had to patch up to make sure that this show is the best possibly that it can be. But we are back now. It is finals. It is going to be the best of 3 between Ted's Friends and Jim and Lovers Esports. And of course, it is me, Blobfish, back again with Bowser up here. And we are going to head into this map 1 now. It is going to be split. So this is the best of 3, and this is for all the marbles. This is for everything. So we're going to head into Agents Select now. And oh my goodness, it looks like Jim and Lovers Esports have already got the agents locked and loaded. We're going to see a Sky, a Raze, Sage Viper, and an Astra. So that is going to be a lot of site defense for the side of Jim and Lovers Esports, whereas Ted Friends looking a little slower on those lock-ins. Bowser, how are we looking on that agent select so far?
Yeah, I'm a really big fan of this defending team composition. So much good stall utility that stops teams from getting into chokes, where it's 4 different agents that can actually support that kind of playstyle. So you got the Sage with the slow orbs, then you have the Viper with the poison or snake bite, excuse me, to slow down any of those pushes, and then Astra as well with the smokes and sucks combination, and then the Raze paint shells to add on top of that if you didn't think they had enough stall util as well. So they're definitely going to be playing for this defensive half of things and hopefully looking to get probably a 9-3 half with this type of composition. And if they need that kind of offensive utility, they still have that Sky that can rotate over anywhere on the map to really force some aggression if they need that. And so looking on the other side of things, we've got a very similar on the other side, except we've got triple stall still. So we got the Killjoy and the Sage as well as the Astra, but slightly more aggressive type of style where they have a Jet instead of the Raze. And the difference with that is your Jet won't be getting kills off the utility as much, but the opportunity to create space when you've got that dash available, or you can post up with the operator on a very open angle and dash away very safely. So it's going to be interesting what these teams can bring to the table with the compositions that they have decided here, and we'll see how they run off this first pistol.
All right, and now as we head into this first round for the finals, man, like you said, there is so much potential here in these comps. We've got, like we said, pretty similar, but the Jet and the Raze, I think, is going to be one of the big key points of this first map here, because, you know, we've seen it before in some of the games we've cast together, Bowser. A Raze and a Jet, they really, you know, they command a lot of space, but they do it in different ways. So it's going to be kind of up to, I think a lot of these rounds will be up to who, you know, plays the agent better, I guess, and who finds more utility, finds more picks, finds more pressure with the agent that they've locked in. Now, we are going to see a pretty default spread, actually a very wide spread for the side of Ted Friends. They are going to have they are going to actually have Willie posted around this garage area, but it is walled up by Jim and Lovers Esports, and that drop will give away that someone is there. So Willie is just going to look to back off, pick up the spike, but that is Ted's Friends taking all of mid. They're actually going to push way up into this ropes area, and they could transition to heaven if they so wish, but it does look like that there is going to be some contest there for now. But Furi's going to start pushing up, looking to push onto this heaven, and could push right into the Raze, and that is going to be the right-click wallbang headshot for flight risk there, and that is going to be the opening kill going over to Jim and Lovers Esports.
Gandhi and Ted also finding 2 headshots of their own is going to bring the numbers back to the side of the
30 seconds left.
Ted and Friends, excuse me, and Brittany as well is going to get another one into 4v2, coming down to a Jim and Lovers Esports. Lot of uphill to take back here. Bouncy Bear gonna probably get spotted out by the Trailblazer, and Examination is probably gonna get that one onto Brittany, and that confirms it. So 3v2, they know where both players are. One towards the heaven position, one towards ramps, but now both towards ramps. It's gonna be a double swing here, trade back. And Bouncy Bear also going to get spotted out here. Switching for the Ghost here. And throwing the slow warp towards the elbow. There's the Guiding Light coming out. It's good. The Bouncy Bear and that right click here. The deal there. And Bugatti trading that one out. 1-0 for the side of Ted and Friends.
Yeah, and honestly, that retake is a little rough there. I mean, the numbers advantage in the pistol round is pretty big, and there was good trade there early, and that means the numbers advantage ultimately goes over to Ted's friends. They sweep it up real quick, and now they're going to have those Spectres to look to roll it over to a second round. Critically, Ted is not picking up that gun yet, looking to stick with... Nope, actually going to expend even more cash and look for a Phantom buy instead. So now it definitely looks like Ted's friends is going to look to aggress here and look to take this round for themselves. Bouncy Bear looking to peek in, going to peek into a turret, but is going to make it to that cubby area. Actually, almost that would have been huge. 2 right-click headshots, actually, but at that range, it's not enough to kill, and that means the Sage heal is going to come out. The regrowth will find members. Jay finds the blind, but not able to find the kills as Bugandi finds him in the back of sight. Now Flight Risk is here, though. Picking one with these pistols, but it's not finding anything. And like pigs to the slaughter, they are being called. That is going to be another round over to Ted's friends.
Yeah, they were on some weaker weaponry there, so expected result, but even still with that, I think they could have played that a little bit better instead of having them peek one by one. Great flash from Bugandi there to get the blind onto at least 2 or 3 members of Ted and Friends, but not being able, or Jay Zhao, excuse me, was the one that threw that guiding light, but wasn't able to convert any of those kills, and it overextended and stayed a little bit too long. And after that, it was just Flight Risk going next, and then right after that, it's just one by one. They get picked off like flies there. So a team play with the weaker weaponry is sometimes a little bit better of a situation that you can be in to get a little more guns off of them. But nonetheless, we are here into the rifle round here, where everyone is going to be picking a spot on the map, holding default, and spotting out to try to get some information. And Hirsch is going to spot out Willie in the B main garage position.
Yeah, now the one-way comes up, but Hirsch does have this Phantom. They did commit the buys for this rifle, as we said. So gonna look to see how much damage Hirsch is going to be able to do here, as it does look like the rotates are going to come off. Ted's friends are just going to look to rotate over to that A side. They still have Furize posted here, but the one-way comes out. Going to look to take that orb, I do believe. And that means that that is now 4 members around this A side, and it could look to be an execute coming up real soon. But the Nebula smokes are going to block off most of those sight lines for now, and it is just Flight Risk holding this A ramp. A bit of indecision coming on for Ted's friends. They have 40 seconds left on the clock, so they got to come up with a plan of attack pretty soon.
Yeah, no hesitation here. This should just be the B site hit and no stop after we lose enough time here. So 30 seconds to go. They've got 2 towards the mid position. The Spike's actually traveling all the way over to the B main position. They used a lot of utility to try to push this player off of the pillar position, but I believe that's Hirsch there that's still waiting on there and getting first contact. We've actually got 2 more rotate towards heaven, and Hirsch is able to hold this down with the one-way smoke there. Gets 2 for the troubles, and Ted able to get 1, and Bouncy Bear also converting 1 as well with this wall broken down. Brittany's going to get find 1, find 2. Paint Shell's going to stall enough, and that's going to be the timer ticking down. Once again, the clock, the 6th enemy in the server, is going to hold down the site.
Yeah, and I mean, Ted friends looked good on the execute there, but ultimately it just came down to their indecision, and they didn't have enough time to be able to plant the spike in the end, and that cost them the round. But they're still looking pretty good here. I mean, they did give up that round to, in a very suboptimal way. But, now they're going to be, they're still in a decent spot. Guns are still pretty even. Economy is pretty even across the board. Key thing to point out, Flight Risk has picked up that judge. So we are going to see hopefully a flying raise ready to rain down death upon enemies. But we have to be careful here because it is going to be pretty slow at the beginning. The Boombot's going to go out to check for anything. And that is a Nanoswarm looking for that cubby hold in that mid push. So now with that space taken, Ted's friends is just going to look to push up here, and they do know that someone is there. They heard the shot of Jay Zhao, so they're going to slow orbit out. Are they going to look to push Jay Zhao though, because he has the angle, has 1, can't find the second, gets traded out, but that's enough time for Bouncy Bear to put the wall up, but it gets instantly taken down. Slow orb there to delay, and that's actually Flight Risk poised and prepared to strike with that judge. But it does just look like Ted's friends are going to hang around mid and look for maybe a little more first.
Yeah, and one thing to note is Seekers are online for the side of Ted and Friends, and I really hope that they do end up using this ultimate here, as this is a very important round to win. Most likely, it's going to try looking for that peak, and luckily didn't go swinging into that judge and cause a big enough distraction, and Bugandi, the Seekers are out.
Yeah, now you're going to follow that Seekers in the backside. They're going to spot out Damnation. Can they find them, though? The rotation is going to take a little while longer. So if they find this kill, that means that Ted's Friends now has control of the site. And that's Flight Risk on a Judge here for this retake. Now, that's not that bad. You can take Elbow with the Judge. You can hold that pretty cleanly. But Brittany's going to look to aggress first. Not able to find the shots. Gets tagged out. Going to switch guns for that ammo. Going to reload it anyways. But now Ted finds Hirsch way in the back in that heaven area. Brittany will find one, takes down Flight Risk. Bouncy Bear has to push this, finds the headshot, but it's not enough. And that is another round over to Ted's Friends, looking pretty strong right now.
Yeah, nice play there by Brittany. Trying to post up on a more aggressive angle, and because Brittany decides to do that, baits out Flight Risk to use those paint shells on the elbow position, and just like that, Brittany falls back, paint shells find no value, and now you got 4 players holding onto that elbow position. It's really hard to peek it, you don't have utility to push them off the angle. So, cleaning that up, getting the guns that they need to carry over into this round, and this is really big here, because they've got a team comp that is a defensive-sided team, and if they don't really get enough defense rounds here, really rough. Nice shot there, Bouncy Bear, opening it up onto Fear Rise, and that's a gun given over as well. Bouncy Bear is going to be able to recover that one for the rewards of their first blood.
Yeah, now with that gun in your hands and with a kill on your side, you're going to want to look to transition that to something, but Hirsch gets caught up. It's okay. Jayzal finds Ted mid. Another Sheriff kill for the side of Jim and Lovers, so that's pretty good for them so far in this eco, but can they keep holding it? They have the numbers advantage, and they now have 2 guns, or is it 2 guns? I do believe it should be at least 1. It should be at least 1 on their side. So they're going to look to just play back. They do have 2 members pushed way up in this garage area, but they have no one on A, so they have to commit that rotate to make sure that no shenanigans are happening there, but that means that Ted's Friends might just get a free push onto B from Heaven, because no one's there watching it. They still have to check every angle, but things are still looking pretty good. Flight Risk might have spotted something, but he's just going to head back to A, going to check Heaven. But both teams playing it so slow right now, and if you're Ted's Friends, I don't know if you have the liberty of playing it this slow. You've got 30 seconds on the clock, and if you're gonna make it a 15-second site execute and plant, now all of a sudden, look, Flight Risk is already here on the rotate. Now the Zemnation's found one. Yeah, you've already committed the Cosmic Divide, but you have 20 seconds to plant the spike, and that's a 4-on-2 that you have to push through now. But this could be big if they still win it. The Guiding Light comes out, checking the corners. Bugandi gets the spike canceled. Can't commit to it, but finds the headshot of Brittany, and Bugandi have found others, but it doesn't matter because Flight Risk is there for the peak. And that is a thrifty round going over to Jim and Lovers Esports.
And although it wasn't really the clock running out there, I would still say that that round might have come back to them running out of time, wasting so much of it just standing in the mid position and not prodding early enough. And because of that, they weren't able to convert onto the site fast enough. Then there's utility that they have to worry about when they're trying to plant with 20 seconds to go. And I hope they really notice this pattern that when they're going to these sites with 20 seconds remaining, they're not really winning those situations. So they should try to pick it up and say at 40 seconds instead is when we decide if we pick the site, we're going there. And if we lose, at least it wasn't to tie each time.
Yeah, like you said earlier, time is definitely looking like the biggest enemy here for both teams. Or sorry, no, at least for Ted's Friends on the attack right now. It's really pushing them into these kind of suboptimal situations that they have to fight through. So now Jayzal is going to commit the Seekers. It is going to get taken down, but at least they know that there's 3 members there. But now that's 2 ults committed for Jim and Lovers Esports. The Viper Spit and those Seekers not finding much value yet. There's still 5 members of Ted's Friends standing. They're still healthy. And now they're going to look to potentially rotate off to this mid to A area. Actually, they're just going to look to position mid for now. That is still Q-Rise, who is chilling in that garage area. Actually gets taken down by Jayzal. That is not an optimal kill there for Ted's Friends, but they might just look to do a cheeky double back around to this Heaven area, but they're getting flashed out by Jayzal, who will back off, but now he knows they're there. And attacking the site where the Viper's pit is, especially when Damnation is all of a sudden on fire, taking down 2. Kind of a risky play for Ted's Friends, and I don't know what the decision making there was, but now it's all up to Brittany to find 4 on this side. Could find Hirsch with his snake bite out, but no, doesn't take the shot, and that's Hirsch cleaning it up. And now it's all tied up 3-3.
Yeah, big round. There we go. So a couple more defensive rounds going back the way of the side towards the defending team, and this is really important that they pick up these rounds here. It's gonna be a tack pause coming out for the side of Ted and Friends. They want to try to figure out what is going wrong in these rounds here, and I hope they do figure it out, as they're going to need to get every round possible to try to carry it over, because every round they take off defense is a big one, especially since how Split is a defense-sided map. Generally, it goes 8-4 to the side defenders, and there's a comeback that happens on the second half of things, but if you can win on the attack side, you can carry that momentum onto the others.
Yeah, and this momentum could be stifled here a bit, though, as we continue to push through this technical pause. It does look like we've got some connectivity issues, or at least some nice and spicy packet loss. But yeah, I definitely think that what you said is for sure true. I mean, right now there's equal opportunity for both teams, but you know, because this is a more defense-sided map, Ted and friends really have to kind of take the game in their hand right now, because they want to go into that second half with at least a hefty advantage. So let's see what happens. I mean, for now we're still chilling in this pause. Players are just going to be playing around with the aim for now.
Yeah, I think it was actually a tactical timeout, but not too sure what the case or scenario that's happening here, because normally when you do a tactical timeout, it's just the /timeout command, and they shouldn't be allowed to hit the pause on this. But nonetheless, we'll be figuring out this issue, and we're gonna try to work it through. What is one thing that you've been seeing that you really like on the side of defense here?
Well, I definitely think defense is you know, responding to the aggression of Ted's, or like the pushes of Ted's friends really well, but maybe that's also because Ted's friends is just giving a lot of time for that to happen. But the retakes are still looking pretty solid right now. I mean, the rotations are good, they trade properly, the holds are there, the utility usage is proper as well. A couple little missteps off the back of Ted's friends, but I mean, the fact that Jim and Lovers Esports is still, you know, taking these punches as they roll and working with it and coming back from a bit of a deficit is good. Like I said, the pressure is on Ted's friends. Sorry, the pressure is on Jim and Lovers Esports. Actually, may have used the wrong name earlier. The pressure is on them to kind of get a good first half, because they are going to be going to the attack in the second half. So they want to at least pad the second half with, you know, a decent lead. You know, you want that to happen. So again, as we now move forward from this timeout, we are going to head back into game with both teams just kind of posturing around this mid side, not finding a kill from either side. So they are just going to take a quick little stroll and a jaunt through this sewers area as Bouncy Bear and the rest of Jim and Lovers Esports continues to hold mid, but that means there's no one on A. But again, Ted's friends, they're running out of time. There's only 30 seconds left, and now here comes the execute, and now here comes the full rotate from the team. Look at all the members moving across the map, and that's Zam Nation opening it up, not getting traded out either, and that's big, because that means Flight Risk and the rest of the team is there. 3 for Zam Nation. Can you find any more? The last member is Furize pushing through ropes, and the spike is not even down. That's 13 seconds to run down the clock with, and Hirsch might just find it. And yes, there it is, and that's another round over to Jim and Lovers Esports. Now they've got the lead.
Yeah, and that guiding light kind of just indicated to Zam Nation, oh yeah, they're about to hit A site. Let me position in a good spot for this fight. And with 40 seconds remaining, you just can't be holding that shift key anymore. You should be going on to that execute very, very quickly. And because they were walking a little bit longer than they needed to be, Examination able to kill off one, and then the rotations from mid through the ropes position is just so fast. It's at least like 5 seconds to just get from vents all the way into a heaven, and able to thwart Examination immediately there. Nice paint shells here, gonna stop off the push as well, and actually get a kill onto Gandhi, which is gonna force out the resurrection. And the showstopper as well is gonna finish up Gandhi with a double death in the same round. And Furize now just expending this lockdown, and they won't even be able to take space off of it.
Oh, and the Rays coming up big. Bugandi experiencing the 9 lives, coming back into this round, getting taken down, getting rezzed, getting taken down again. That is painful. That hurts. If that happened to me in ranked, I do believe that would be quite the tilter, as Jay Zhao fires a couple warning shots to Furize, who doesn't heed that warning properly enough and gets taken down, and that means full control of A goes over, or at least full control of A main goes over to Jimin Lovers, but now it looks like a doubling back is coming out from Ted's friends, and now they've made it all the way to heaven. Now Jay Zhao has to be careful. Oh, but the timing is big for him. Finds one, finds two, and that means it's all up to Brittany, who's now holed up in ropes as well. Jay Zhao finds 3, 4, and that's a flawless round for Jimin Lovers Esports.
Yeah, Jay Zhao with 2 big timing picks. The first timing was walking all the way from B to attack or spawn all the way over to A. The long mission gets rewarded by the first kill, shooting someone in that little cubby hiding there. And I believe that was Fear Eyes, can't remember exactly, but after that first pick, finds a second timing by walking up ramp, looking at the back of the head of Ted, who is clearing the other side of A heaven. And then after that, just 2 nice ego peeks, because they're feeling it at that point. You got 2 timings, now you take 2 straight aim duels, win both, and that secures the round 5-3. And now another shutdown. Fear Eyes not able to find anything starting here. Flight Risk giving a couple BM shots right after to make sure that Fear Eyes is a little more than dead there.
Yeah, and that whole clip expenditure is as if to say, Jimin Lovers Esports, we're here to take it all home, and right now they're really showing it. Ted, though, will find Hirsch in the back of sight, but that still is a bit of delay, and that's still time wasted. That's, speaking of time wasted, there's Bouncy Bear throwing a Sage Orb to, again, delay the push of Ted and friends. They are not able to push anything right now as they just continually get delayed by the utility, delayed by picks. They will finally make it onto this B heaven, though, but 2 of them are heading sewers, and this looks like, again, indecision from Ted's friends. They don't know what site they want to push. They don't know what their plan of attack is, and they're going to have to plant the spike again with only 30 seconds left on the clock. I mean, oh my goodness, this is going to be so rough. They're doubling back to sewers. They're not confident in the heaven push. That means Bouncy Bear gets to revive Hirsch. They could fool them, though, thinking that this is an A attack. And actually, this might be an overcommittal. They might just rotate everyone off. No, Zamnation thinks there's something spooky going on. Gonna stay in this heaven side, and that's 15 seconds left on the clock, Bowser.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going to happen here, but I don't think it's going to go too well. With 8 seconds to go, Zamnation finds one, Ted finds one, Bouncy Bear finds one. 4 seconds to go, they get tap at the spike. He's not even going to go for the plant here, and that guiding light is going to stall it out, and there it is. Down, and if you leave these players alive, they're actually not going to have money to carry over to the next round, so you're going to be holding that Sheriff again.
I think Ted's friends are currently, they need to sit down and they need to have a group chat, because they are obviously not on the same page right now. They are not coordinated. They don't know what their plan of attack is. They're unable to adapt on the fly. And, you know, especially in a map where the rotates can occur so quickly and you need to be on your toes at all times, such as split, indecision will kill you. And it is currently starting to strangle Ted's friends slowly. So I'm gonna see how they come back from this deficit now, as they're down 3 rounds. As now they are gonna posture mostly in that mid side. Ted is looking for a peek again on Hirsch, but Hirsch is not gonna give it away this time. Baits it out with a little jump. Is gonna back off. The one-way comes through. I'm not sure if it's a full one-way there, as Ted can crouch down and get the angle, but that does mean the head is exposed for them. Hirsch gets tagged out slightly. No return yet, and Ted again finds Hirsch. I'm not sure if these peaks for Hirsch are starting to become worth it, because that is a B defender down. No need to peek that, really, because it's just Ted there. You're not really delaying anything at all, because now the rotate's coming out A side, and can we finally see a concrete action plan from Ted's friends as they position around that A side?
Yeah, that was a very interesting peek from Hirsch. That one-way is actually for Ted, because Hirsch is standing on a platform that's elevated, so you can't see under the smoke, but they can. So I hope Hirsch realizes this after maybe watching back this pod. Nice guiding light coming out of heaven there. Jay Zhao is going to find the first Bouncy Bear, another onto Bugandi.
Oh man, and the utility is just too big. We saw Bear throw out that slow orb just before the Clusterby comes down, and the flash for Jay Zhao to find 1, 2, and 3, counting all the heads on one hand. And now could find 4. Yes, there it is, and another 4K for Jay Zhao, and another round win for Jimin Lovers Esports, who are starting to look like they are going to take this game.
Yeah, but we shouldn't get too ahead of ourselves, because as we mentioned before, split defense-sided map, so it could be just that it's not just Ted's team that's struggling on the attack side, it's that Split is hard on the attack, and that's why there's so much hesitation and so much indecision, but it could really still go anyone's way at a 7-3 scoreline. I would say that if it does go 9-3, then we're going to get a very dicey position, but an 8-4 is still solid when you're on the attack side of it.
And okay, here comes the Bladestorm out though as we head into this next round. That is it going to be pulled out for Ted, who's going to look to push forward aggressively into this Heaven side, but there's no one giving him peeks yet, but now it's the rest of the team there. And now finally, it looks like Ted and friends are having a concrete action plan, but Damnation has other words for it. Gets taken down by Ted though. It's still the 4-on-4. Ted now still with 5 knives there, and a shorty as well, but they are going to back off that Heaven side. No one on flank to watch out for yet. They do have a member of the team positioned around that A main side. So what are they going to be able to find here? Tailwind up trap right into the crosshair of Bouncy Bear. The guiding light won't connect either. That's Pistols coming out. Bouncy Bear finds another in Brittany, and that's Jay Zhao taking down the spike holder, taking down Willie, and that is Jay Zhao and Jim and Lovers Esports taking Ted's friends down again.
Yeah, it really seems like Jay Zhao is mechanically out-aiming a lot of the players on the side of a Ted and friends, and it's really tough. So it might be a good idea to start maybe going away from Jay Zhao, as Jay Zhao is just finding head after head, and there's no way that Ted and friends are trading, or right now there's no way that they're trading on these kills, but there should be a way that they can find Jay Zhao and get these picks a lot easier, especially if they've got utility that they have. And it is a little bit of a struggle because all they do have is the Sky Flash for incapacitating the sight of Jay Zhao to take those fights, but it's also your only information utility.
And yeah, now off the back of that round where they're having just so much trouble finding these picks, again, we go back to Ted and Hirsch. It's the Ted and Hirsch show here in this B area. Hirsch, again, toying with Ted, testing fate. Can you change what is destined as Hirsch goes for the peak again? Man, it's like a dance here. They're going back and forth, partners in this duel, but no one finding anyone yet, and Hirsch is just delaying time here, waiting for Ted. And if Hirsch finds the peak here, it could be big. Seekers gets committed. All 3 of them head over to that mid side, so they at least know there's a couple there. And Ted again finds Hirsch, and Ted is actually on site. Dashes there and finds Jay Zhao too, and now for once, Ted will find something on that B site now, and this could finally be the round that Ted's friends were looking for. It's the 3-on-5, but don't count out Jim and Lovers Esports yet. They still got the raise. They still have some utility to work with. Paint Shell's coming out, looking to catch that default side. Actually, will connect there, but not going to find any kills or any damage as they had hoped. Cosmic Divide comes out, but that's already Brittany finding flight risk as well. Damnation did commit this Cosmic Divide though, so still going to look to push forward, but that's Ted finding it. Bouncy Bear finds 1 though, finds 2. Oh my goodness, could this be the play? Nope, gets shut down by Bugandi, and finally, Ted's friends, they pick up a round.
Yeah, and that round is humongous for the side of Momentum here. Finally shutting down 7 unanswered rounds in a row there. And what's really big about that is, I generally think that Split is a 8-4 map, so no matter what happened there, it's definitely a situation where Ted and friends can bring it down on this side of this map, and this map is going to decide who's going to go up 1-0 in this series. So it isn't the end-all be-all, but it does set the pace for the rest of the games to go, as you won't be clawing from a deficit position here. And as we take a look at the setup here, we've got the Killjoy position on the A site of things, as well as the Jet with the Sky put in B heaven here. So before we head into the second half, we're gonna have a slight pause here. So a lot of time to talk about and break down exactly out this map here. So Blobfish, anything you want to mention before we get into it?
Well, I mean, like you said, I think this this first round here in the second half is going to be big, because if Jim and Lovers Esports can show that they can, carry forward their strong momentum on the attack side, on this defense-sided map, Ted and friends need to be careful here. They need to start, they need to make sure that they come out strong, because if Jim and Lovers gets the momentum, and especially like we always say, Valorant is that mental game, if they get the mental edge and are able to overcome this defense-sided map with, you know, the mental and momentum advantage, it could be big here for Jim and Lovers Esports. And I really think that they really want to make a statement here in this first round, because like I said, momentum is big. So we are still in a bit of a pause here, rather unfortunately, but you know, sometimes can't be controlled. The delays and the technical difficulties that may occur in these matches. But thank you everyone in chat who is still sticking with us. Hope you guys are enjoying this final so far between Jim and Lovers Esports and Ted's friends. I'm not sure if we can get a poll in the chat here for who we think is going to take it all home, or at least take it in this game one. But for now, we are waiting on this pause. It is Bowser and I here, chilling with you with this lovely setup here. Thank you to everyone so far who has been partaking in this tournament. Thank you to everyone who has put in all this hard work so far. And now it looks like we are heading into this match. And it's going to be Ted opening up the pistol round for Ted's friends, picking up a pick on Flight Risk.
Burst here from Ted, so they can cross back from B Heaven here. Moving towards the stairs position, they do have the Sage position in Hell as well to support if need be, but Bouncy Bear is going to move towards Vent and looking for maybe a cheeky lurk, but I feel like Brittany might be aware of the situation here. Another Astra Nebula is going to go up towards the spawn of the Heaven, but Brittany is passing position examination, running towards site here.
Oh.
Very quick, picks up Theorize, actually the spike going down.
Oh
Hirsch is going to find one as well, and Bouncy Bear too in Heaven. The heal's going to go over, and now it's just Willie in the 1v3. Hirsch has a really good position here, but might have been heard out, and now it's going to be the 1v1. Willie and Hirsch. Willie spots out, but no cover out in the open. Hirsch playing with the timing there is going to be able to find Willie.
Yeah, and I talked about it before this round, but this is going to be a big one for Jim and Lovers Esports, and they find the kills. It almost could have gone so wrong there, because Furize had a great position, so did Brittany, but all of a sudden you have an Astra with Zamnation jumping at you with the classic right-clicking you in the head, and all of a sudden Furize goes down. I think Brittany gets taken down in Heaven as well, looking the wrong way. So then all of a sudden, that's full site control over to the side of Jim and Lovers Esports. That's Hirsch with a good position on Willie there, gets taken down, and that's first round over in the second half over to Jim and Lovers Esports, who now have the economic advantage. Furize is not able to find the pick there. Oh, that's a tragedy, but Willie is there to say, no worries, I've got you, my friend. And now that is all of these classic shots getting sprayed out into this smoke. Only finding one though, but that still is a good opener for Ted's friends.
Yeah, that was huge by Furize, playing as the bait to hold, and so that when they see Furize run over to the right there, they don't expect anyone on the rafter to the left, and really big play there. And wow, Examination can find one. Now has Ted stuck in the corner, but 5 bullets in the clip means he has to reload. Shorty not going to be able to find packs from distance. 3v4 situation, but 2 members very, very low on the side of Ted and friends.
Oh, and Sam Nation and the rest of Jim and Lovers Esports find a way to swing it back in their favor again. And now looks like they're gonna be able to at least have someone on site. And oh, Willie doesn't even know the Flight Risk is there. Just look to your left. Look to your left, my friend. Oh, but now Flight Risk could have a huge position because Willie was not able to spot it out. And that means there's no communication coming over. And Flight Risk could have a big position here. But so could Willie, but not able to find the classic shots, and that means Flight Risk now, seeing that the smoke is up, maybe even called for it from his team, is going to push up in Heaven. Furize is so... Oh, Flight Risk not able to find the kill there. But again, still, Bouncy Bear could have the huge flag. Finds 1, finds 2. That's the triple to secure the round, and that's another round over to Jim and Lovers Esports. They're looking pretty strong now as they go 10-4.
Yeah, and this is the round that will probably decide the game. If Ted and friends are able to secure this one, they have a chance of still coming back and winning this one. But if they lose this one right here, I think with 11 rounds on the board, Jim and Lovers Esports, they just have to squeak out a couple more, and that's going to be the rest of the map, especially with the econ advantage that they would have by winning a bonus round like this, being able to upgrade freely to rifles. Lots of margins of error to work with, whereas Ted and Friends, lots of ground to make up still here, and they're going to try starting to make up this ground by holding out mid with Bugandi and the Trailblazer.
Yeah, and that will get taken down, but Bugani has the Phantom to potentially make the shots happen. Slower round here from the beginning, though, but Bouncy Bear opens it up onto Ted, and oh, the snowball could start rolling now because now it's all of Jim and Esports in heaven. The wall out to block off stairs, and now it's just Brittany alone in this side. Oh, Brittany can't find Jay Zhao. That's Jay Zhao taking the Spectre fight in long range against the Phantom, and he wins. How does that happen? And now, oh, Ted's friends, you are in trouble because now the spike goes down. It's the 5-on-3. Do I have hope? Yes. Willie's got the Phantom. Can you make something happen? Pushing that CT. Bugatti can't find the kills though. Paint Shells not finding anything because Bugatti's already down, and now it's the 2. Make that the 1-on-5. Fury has to make it happen here because now his team is in a rut. They are stuck. How is Jim and Lovers Esports making this happen like this? They are crushing Ted's friends right now, and Fury probably gonna make the call to just save this Phantom because next round could get dicey. It's the last round before match point. So Fury's gonna look for a kill here, but oh, here comes the members of Jim and Lovers. Slowly, one by one, Fury's still alive, but now it's just a game of cat and mouse. And will the mouse be found? Because there's 5 cats on the prowl. No, it looks like Fury's will be able to save the Phantom in the end, but this is looking real dicey because this next round could be match point for Jim and Lovers.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't have high hopes for the side of Ted and Friends on this map, but I do think that they will have a better map coming up, especially since they should be getting the next pick here, but Fury's not one to count out just yet. Still has the Phantom in hand, and if they can find big impact with this rifle, maybe getting 3 this round, I think Ted and Friends still have a chance, but it's a very slim one at that.
Oh, for sure. And, you know, if you're Ted's friends here, you have to, you know, really pull something out of the bag here because this is really kind of your last chance to start taking this round back in your hands. And I talked about it earlier. You know, Jim and Lovers Esports wasted no time coming into the second half. They know it's the defense side of the map, and they are just rolling over. And now look at this. They have Heaven control. They're just going to look to carry it over. Fury with the patience. Fury, no shots though. Oh, the patience does not pay off. Oh, Bugandi caught with the guiding light in their hands, and now it's all falling apart. Brittany finds one, but one more can you find? Ted gets forced out. Actually, oh, Brittany, I may have spoken too soon because you just found 2. Gets traded out. Ted goes down, but that's Bouncy Bear in the back of sight against. It's the 2-on-2. Willie gonna peek this with a frenzy, but gets taken down. But now it is the 1-on-2. But Brittany has a Phantom. Do I believe? I've said it before. Maybe I do. Good peek there. But if you are Jim and Lovers, you can just play time. There's no need to peek here. There's no need at all because it is the 1-on-2. And there is the double peek. Good trade there. And that is match point for Jim and Lovers Esports.
Match point.
Yeah, and it was really whoever had the better attacking half essentially would win this map because A4 is a standard score line, but it does look like there's much less hesitation when it comes to where are we hitting and how are we going to hit it as a team when it comes to Jim and Lovers Esports. Like when you watch that round into Heaven instantly and cleared out all the angles and came out of Heaven and went towards the site. Like there was no hesitation, and they're not waiting for the 40 seconds remaining on. They're doing it with 40 seconds and a minute still on the clock.
Yeah, for sure. And now the match point is here, and now Ted's friends backs against the wall. This could be Jim and Lovers going 1-0 in this now. Trailblazer will spot out. Not sure what it was. Actually, no, but it will be Brittany who goes down first, but Willie was spotted out as well. Sprays one, finds Jay Zap, and now all the members are going down on the side of Ted's friends. The res comes out. Bouncy Bear picks Jay Zap back up, giving him a second chance at life in this final round that could mean everything, and Ted goes down. It looks like Fury is the last hope again, but might just peek straight into flight risk. Oh. Finds the pick there. Oh, it's the no, you can't do this. You might just be throwing this around here, but no, it's not enough because Jason was there. There was all that utility to secure the kill, and that is going to be Jim and Lovers Esports going 1-0 in this best of 3.
Yeah, very big pickup. First map going over to Jim and Lovers Esports. But it's not quite over yet. They're going to be going to a second map, so don't go anywhere. We'll probably be heading to a short break right now. Make sure you guys stay tuned in as we can find out who the winners of UW Esports Connect Valorant tournament will be. Okay, I guess we can do a quick intro.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back after this quick break. It's again me, Blobfish, with Bowser, and we are going to hop right into Game 2 between Jim and Lovers Esports and Ted's Friends in the UW Esports Connect Finals. Jim and Lovers Esports is currently leading 1-0. In the first map, they took a split away from Ted's Friends, but now we are heading to Haven for the second time today, at least on this broadcast. And we are already in Agent Select. So, Bowser, tell me what we're looking at.
Yeah, and I'm actually not too sure what I'm looking at either because we have a KO on the table here. And I haven't seen a lot of KO action when it comes to pro since KO wasn't very great when he initially came out. But after this patch, KO has his flash increased explosion time. So KO is a little bit stronger now. So could be some potential here. But the real weapon behind KO is Jay-Z. Jay-Z was a monster on the map on that sky, so definitely no stranger when it comes to playing these support initiator agents, and it might just be Jay Zhao piloting that KO that could really change the face of this map. Other than that, though, pretty standard compositions all around. We've got the Sky Sovas, Jets for the operator, and we've got Cyphers mirrored on both sides as well. So really the major difference here is between the Sky and the Omen and the Astra and the KO. And do you have any thoughts yourself on like personal preference on like whether you like the Omens more or the Astras more when it comes to a map like Haven?
I like KO, but I also do. I am much preferring the Astra right now, just because when on a site or on a map, sorry, like Haven, where there's so many sites, I think Astra is just a lot more versatile and able to rotate, you know, the utility as necessary. Maybe that's why we've seen her a lot more prevalently than Omen, is just because the ability to place, take back, and replace stars as you need is just so versatile, so quick, and is able to just cover so much space. Not to mention Gravity Well is great for those post-site holds. But now it looks like that Jim and Lovers is just going to rush right onto B site. And again, I am loving that we get to see a KO. I have not casted a KO in, well, ever. So I'm really happy that we get to see that. But Zamnation could get caught out. Nope, finds Pure Rise. And that will be the opening kill. Zamnation finds two, actually takes down Bugandi as well. But Ted is there to trade with the Frenzy Taps. Slight risk. Actually, oh my god, so many kills everywhere. I'm struggling to keep up. Zamnation, though, doesn't need to talk anymore. We'll finish up the round for me with a quick little 4K, and that is first round over to Jim Loves Esports again. Oh my goodness.
Wow, what a shot from Zamnation. Finding the first and instantly with like a, I don't know, that was almost like a 30-40 degree flick. Instantly one-tapping the other player in the grass position, and that's where the shutdown for that post plant really came down to. Whoever could land their shots in that grass position, because it was very tough for the side of Ted and Friends being crossfired from the B site, from garage, and from mid window. So being able to hold on to that position with Zamnation in the window means that they can fight a little bit longer and take over that pistol, bringing them into this SMG round where they've got the Spectres and they know exactly which site they're going to be going for. And it's going to be the A site here. 1 minute 20 to go. Pure Rise trying to get flashed through the smoke. He's going to get blinded, but Jayzow's going to take him down. And now Flight Risk is just going to look for a little bit more, but nothing else in that smoke. Willie forced out a Marshall as well. So it's going to be the post-plant positions here. Brittany in the Heaven position, but it's slowed down quite a bit.
Yeah, now the post plant should look pretty strong for Jim and Lovers. They've got good positions and they've got a big flank coming up. That's Zamnation finding one, Hirsch finding two from sight, and now it's Brittany all alone in Heaven against 5. Jim and Lovers coming up big in this second map with a flawless second round, and they are looking poised and prepared right now.
Yeah, and they're not slowing down. The momentum that they had in the last map from the attack side of Split is carrying right on over to the first half of this map in Valorant, and Zamnation is carrying exactly where Jay Zhao has off. 5-0 to start this match, and Zamnation really nice positioning, very good Asher utility usage. You saw the smokes on spawn and in Heaven. Sometimes people leave gaps, or it's perfect when it comes to Zamnation's placement on that. Ooh, the dart a little bit scuffed there, Not gonna be able to get the scans off, but Brittany is gonna be holding towards short anyways, and is aware that someone is long. So still did his job, still did their job, and now the drone as well to try to clear out some position here, and spots up towards short, but finds a tank towards Playrisk. Playrisk having to back off.
Yeah, now that he's been tagged out, it could give false information though, because that is going to be 3 members rotating over to that A side when it's still the spike on C, but I think they got spotted out actually by Hirsch, so they are going to just back off, or sorry, not by Hirsch, by Furai, so they are just going to back off for now, maybe look to go A, because they already have 2 players prepped. Bouncy Bear here in this short angle here, and then we also have 3 other members chilling in that long area. Man, I'm running out of breath here. But as we head into this 3rd round, it's a little slower than the fast-paced aggression and plant. Gandy, the timing there not there as Ted finds 2 on this A site. Execute, not fully there for Jimin Lovers, but Jason will find Ted in the end, and now here comes the fragment. Here comes the knife to try to spawn out, and again, Hirsch finding 2 on the flank, and now it's the 2-on-1 here. Oh, but Jay Zhao maybe flubs up the play a little bit there as he jumps right into Willie's crosshair. Examination, though, can play the post plant with these gravity wells, still has all the utility available at hand. Willie, though, has that Phantom. The guiding light's going to come out, not going to find anyone. Examination with the timing, with the angle, secures the 3rd round for Jimin Lovers Esports.
Yeah, big bonus to secure there, and when it came down to the wire, if you wanted anyone to rely on right in that particular round, it's Examination. Examination is on point to start off this Haven map, finding the right positions, the right timings, and utility usage as well, and because of that one, Examination with a nice wide swing off the position and gets a headshot instantly onto the side of Ted and Friends. And now if you're Ted and Friends, lots of space to recover, lots of rounds to recover, and they're going to try this by taking mid control here.
And Furai is kind of just throwing his life away, but not to worry, Ted finds 2 with that Blade Storm. Good value there from that ult, but it's still even because Hirsch is there to find the kills. The knife does come out 0 point. Here's the flash drive. The flick back around is not available for Furai. Now here comes the neural theft as well. Willie gets flash drives again. This KO coming up huge all of a sudden. Brittany is going to get heard by Examination, who's all the way C, T, or T side spawn, sorry. And we'll find the kill on Brittany. And right now, oh my goodness, is Jimin Lovers Esports looking dominating right now.
Yeah, Jimin Lovers Esports playing the most optimal Valorant I've seen so far in Haven when it comes to a one-on-one matchup. Examination with the lurk, buying guns in attacker side spawn. Here's out Brittany. Brittany's like, no way there's anyone in spawn. They have 3 open sites. There's no way there's anyone sitting there. And lo and behold, Examination coming out of the rat's nest, finding the back of Brittany there, and now it's a 4-0 situation, and this could be still anyone's game, but if they keep snowballing a couple more rounds and a couple more rounds, it just makes it ever so more difficult to come back into this one. So they've got to pay more attention on how they can claw back in and not lose members. So they're going to be on a retake now on the B site, which is going to be tough.
Yeah, the Cosmic Divide comes down, and that is a free plant for the side of Jimin Lovers Esports, and now they're just going to play this from mid. They already have someone holding Garage, so they have to be careful. Here comes the null command. I have been waiting to say that line for so long, because here comes the KO. Hirsch spots one in the cyber cage. Jay's out, fights 2 with the flank. Oh my goodness, it's a massacre, and it's a flawless round for Jimin Lovers Esports.
So Jimin Lover Esports, Cosmic Divide mid, spike plant, set up post plant, 5 kills. It's that simple, you know, it's just 1+1 to them. Everything is just, you know, beep boop, I am KO, we win game. It's so simple. They just piece everything together, and there was no hesitation when it came to the execute the plan and what they really needed to do. It just flows, and that's really what we're seeing. Some beautiful Valorant from the side of Jimin Lovers Esports.
Yeah, that KO post plant in mid is so strong because you pop that like that null command, and that means that no one on the side of Ted's Friends can use any utility on that retake for at least, you know, 10, 15 seconds there because you've got the knife as well to back it up. So honestly, this is just big plays coming up from the Simon Lovers Esports. And now we'll get flashed up, but Jayzal finds one. Bouncy Bear will find another, and now already that's 2 members down again for Ted's friend on the side of A. Spike Plant will go down. Now, what more can you find here? Bugandy chilling the fragment. Sorry, no, that's a Cyber Cage flying. I've never seen that fly so high before, but it will block off the sight lines of Bugandy, who has to now back off, and now it's the 2-on-1. Ted and Bugandy, friends forever, but forever in the grave. Because, oh my goodness, Hirsch finds the collateral wall bang on 2, and that is another round over to Jim and Lovers Esports.
Yeah, I think timeout really needs to come out from Ted and friends here if they want to recover from this map. It's not over yet. It's just 6-0, which means you have the opportunity to reverse it and 6-6 this half still, but it really needs a mental reset, a strategical reset, and I don't know what they could really do if they don't find both of those things, because they're going to need something big, and it's going to be Ted with the operator, and maybe this is the answer that they need here.
Yeah, and right now it's just looking so difficult. Furize thinking to take that orb there, and if you're behind 6 rounds, honestly, yeah, a neural theft would be great, but you're throwing away your life there, and you might have just thrown away another round. It's still 5-4, but I don't know if the decision making is currently, all in tune for Ted's friends right now. But Brittany chilling in this B-side corner. Hirsch is there just around the corner. But look at this bait and switch. Flight risk on A, but the attack is actually coming out on C. Hirsch finds Brittany on the rotate. Willie all alone on this C site. Still manageable though because he finds one. Can he find Jayzal? Jayzal's just gonna rotate off because now that means Hirsch has the B site, locks it down, takes down Bugandy, and now it's Jayzal who has to be patient because he doesn't know where Willie is.
I know exactly.
Very patient play, but the neural theft is gonna come out for Hirsch, and that means the information is gonna be there, and Jayzal's just gonna look to make that rotate onto that B site most likely because he has the spike. Hirsch still locking it down, holding it for him to make sure that Jayzal can make it on the site safely. And now they're going to have the spike down. 30 seconds left on the clock, no problems there. And now it's the 2-on-2. But this could be good for Ted's friend. They have an opportunity to take it back. Oh, but Willie gets head shot through the wall there. This is very close though. Ted almost finds the angle, not able to get it yet. Cyber Cage is still out for Cypher, just delaying time, and Jayzal has the read. Takes down Willie, but Ted is there on site. Gets knifed out Ari. Sorry, gets suppressed. But the tap is there. Does Jayzal? No. Has to get off at half. Gonna throw out the fragment to delay more time. This round is going on for so long, and it looks like Ted won't have enough time. Has to push it now. The cloud burst. Jayzal! Oh, but the clutch. The spike is defused by Ted, and that is 1 round over to Ted's friends.
Yeah, huge clutch there for the side of Flight Risk. It really came down to whether or not the spray would come through from the side of Jayzal, and not able to find it there after the spike had been halved. And that gives the first round over to the side of Ted and friends. And even though they do win it, they win it with 0 members living. So not enough to purchase up full weapons on this round, but it's a step in the right direction now. And they've also got 3 ultimates behind these buys, so it's still a round to try to win here. And so they purchased up into this, and they have an opportunity to hold sight and maybe reverse this 6-0.
Yeah, and it's baby steps, right? Like right now, Ted's friends gotta take every advantage that they can, because again, here comes the push. Flight Risk actually tail wins away just in time to avoid getting killed, and that means Ted goes down to a wall bang. Flight Risk finds another. Jayzal's got his back. That's already 3 members down again, and full site control goes over to Jim and Lovers Esports. Oh my goodness, they are looking unstoppable again. They faltered a bit in that last round, but they fight it back again. Can he find one? Can you find any more? No, Jayzal shuts that down with the KO, and that is another round over. A quick round over to Jim and Lovers Esports.
Just like that, Jayzal on the tear again, 11-1. Jayzal has died 1 time in 8 rounds. That's a decent score. It's not that great. It's not that amazing or anything. Null Command back again, so got the ultimate for the 2nd time in 8 rounds. It's just mediocre, I guess. He's not like popping off or going crazy or anything,
Okay, I don't think you have to undersell him that hard. I mean, we want to give the proper, the proper respect to Ted's friends. But right now, not to say that they're playing poorly, but right now, Jim and Lovers Esports is just a tier above in these early attack rounds right now. And now here comes the knife again. And here comes the no command. The shorty can't find anything. Jace actually dodges the Hunter Sphere, and it's flight risk. Oh my gosh. Not a risk to the team, but a risk to the enemy. Because the moment you peek him, he takes you down. And now that's Hirsch finding the flank onto Bugatti. And now it's the neural theft to find out Ted. And it's the 1v5 with the, or 1v4, sorry, with the Blade Storm active. But what can you do here? Finds Jace out. That's his second death of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Second death. But can Ted find more? Because there's one on the flank. Yes, he does. Oh, this could be big. Examination finally gets the spike down. But it's still 1-on-2. They didn't need to peek those early shots. So they did give away a couple members for those ego peaks. But Bowser, this could be Ted's big moment.
Yeah, Ted getting double tagged by the same owl drone makes the stall a little bit tough, but it's a peek off the contact play. The bouncy bear doesn't even need the reinforcement. The headshot on Ted shuts down any clutch opportunity there. 8-1 for the side of Examination and the rest of Jim and Lovers Esports.
Yeah, that was a big kind of quiet push for her. She saw that, Ted didn't know if there was anyone on the flank still, so Ursh pushes up into that C-long cubby and is just able to find the pick there to secure that round again. Now it's 8-1. What a scoreline. And if you're Ted's friends, you guys got to sit each other and maybe slap each other around a bit and say, hey, what's going wrong, guys? How do we fix this? But I don't even know if the answer to that question is easy. Because Jim and Lovers Esports is just not making a lot of mistakes right now. They are just playing an aggressive style and they are crushing it. I mean, there it goes again. Brittany taken down by Flight Risk with the combination of that gravity well from Astra there, and that means that you're just playing against this super coordinated team who's just taking you down peg by peg, step by step, just complete annihilation. A 3K for Flight Risk, could find more. Oh my goodness, this is just insanity. Oh, but a glimmer of hope there. Bugatti and Ted are able to find some picks there, and that means it's the 1-on-2, sorry. Bugatti is all by his lonesome with 8 health. What more can you find here?
Hirsch speaking around the corner is going to clean up Bugatti there. And I just want to take a moment and appreciate how amazing their utility usage was going into that C site. So they knew there was no in front sight. They cleared that with either a dart or a drone, I believe it was. And then the Cloudburst landed onto the default position for an updraft dash combo. Then a flash or guiding light went to backside positioning, blinding Brittany so Brittany couldn't see anything. And then at the exact same time, gravity well in the C spawn position. Brittany can't get away, is blind, and potentially being scanned at the same time. And Flight Risk has an easy job finding that opening pick, and that just made it easy to scale up to the site for the rest of the players. And then Flight Risk just keeps going for more there, and Hirsch finding first blood onto Ted in the mid range.
Another first blood over to Jim and Lovers Esports. I think that has been like every, the past 3 rounds, they've been taking these first bloods. Now that's second blood as well. Neural theft coming out. They know where all the members are. They feel confident on this A push. That's all of the members, or that's 2 members of Ted's friends off on that BC area. Brittany finds one in heaven though, but again, the post plan has always looked good for Jim and Lovers, and I don't think, sorry Ted's friends, but I don't think that'll change now. Bugatti might get caught with a paranoia in his hands. Yes, he does. Willie finds the trade on a Hirsch though, but it's still the 3-on-2. Brittany, no recon dart yet. It is gonna come up right now though as the spray comes out for Damnation with that Odin. That is a big gun that you are staring at. Not finding anything yet. I actually think I talked louder because that gun was so loud in my ears. Oh my goodness, as Jay's finds the wall bang. It's all up to Willie. Willie, say a prayer because you are all by your lonesome. Finds Jayzal. Finds nothing else. Oh, bouncy bear. We'll take it to 10-1.
I think we're gonna have to cut the job short today. It's crazy, but like we're not gonna be going into time for once in a couple of weeks. It's oh no, a little BM coming out from Examination at the same time too. 10-1 is the scoreline. But Ted, once again, purchasing into this operator is going to try to get something started. And if Ted doesn't get peeked, though, there's nothing to be started. But they do know that Hirsch has been lurking mid every single round. So this could be the round that Hirsch might get picked off, but nobody there.
Yeah, no early first blood yet, but the trapwire will get triggered. Not sure where it was actually, but now here comes the engagement. Oh my goodness, the flash drive blinds out Bugandi. Oh my gosh, I can't speak just because it's all going so fast. And that's 2 members down already. Whitney finds the wall bang into Jay's out. That's the second actually with that Odin, and now the Seekers come out. Blinding light as well to push onto site. Ted has the op. Can you find anything more? Will catch Damnation. Brittany is there. Hirsch is there to trade though. But look at Brittany going crazy with the Odin, finding 3 kills, and now it's all up to Hirsch, who's way back. Hold up in garage. The spike is not even down. He doesn't have it. Has to be so careful here. Bowser, where do you think this is gonna go?
Yeah, so Hirsch is probably trying to make it so that the timing is very vague on the side of defense, and they have no clue whether he can come from spawn, from garage, or from long. So just timing this dart as well. And if Hirsch finds a good timing, he should be able to get the free. And then after that, it's just going to come down to whoever uses the cage. The flash is better.
Oh, the timing finds one, and now it's the one-on-one against Willie. Oh, this could be big. Hirsch has been coming up huge in these games lately, and Willie's gonna go for the peak. That's the timing. Oh, it was so close there for a moment, but Willie able to clutch it out, and will find the second round. A ray of hope in this Black Knight. That is 2-10, last round and a half. But Ted's friends are able to find one.
And 2-10, it's a second half. Economy's reset. There's no momentum carrying from the other half of things. You just need to block the scoreboard on the top and not look at it. It is a new half. It is 0-0. We're starting to get in this half, and if they can think like that and Ted can try to figure out what's been happening on the side of things, they can maybe still claw their way back in with the attack side of Haven here, as it's not a very one-sided map. It's anyone who is able to play the rotations and play the info game better here. But what a beautiful setup looking at the other side of things, where wow, the great dart coming out, giving A lobby control, and that Astral Smoke is going to stop them from pushing into A lobby, and now that's going to be 2 players rotating out of A and heading towards the middle side of things.
Yeah, and again, gonna see how Jim and Lovers Esports plays this defense. And we talked about it in, on Split. We were like, oh, you know, it's defense side of map. We're gonna see how well they're gonna be able to play it, you know. But you know, now that the round has switched, Jim and Lovers just, I mean, most of the things they're doing, you can kind of carry over to the defense. Maybe not the blind aggression, but the shots connecting there. But they may have found the weakness because Jay's out goes down in mid. Damnation is able to find the trade, though, but can't find the trade as he runs out of bullets. Willie will take him down, and now, finally, something's going the way of Ted's friends because the plant is going to go down. Flight Risco lurking. Could find one. No, yes, actually finds it with the Sheriff. Tail wins away. Has to reload, though. No bullets left in the clip, but here's Bouncy Bear. Finding one. Finding another. Oh, my goodness. It could be a disaster, as now it's all up to Furize, who's going around, but they don't know where he is. Oh, Flight Risk, what a shot. And let's give it a defuse, and that is 11-2 for Jim and Lovers.
Yeah, Jim and Lover Esports are gonna run over the competition right here, 11-2, and it looks like an insurmountable comeback right now. It doesn't feel like there's much they can do to get back into this, and we're going to be taking a short tactical timeout here from the side of Jim and Lovers Esports. Not too sure what they want to be discussing, maybe how they're going to spend the prize that they're about to win, but not much to really talk about there, and it looks like they're already ready for final moments of this map. 2 more rounds for Jim and Lovers Esports will secure it, but we can see if Ted and friends can try to at least bring this one back to a respectable difference in rounds.
Yeah, now we head into this. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous for Ted's friends. I mean, there were glimmers of hope here and there, but I mean, even on the defense, the shots from Jim and Lovers are just there. The timing is there. The trades are there. I know I talk about it a lot and I kind of repeat the same old spiel, but I mean, if I were playing against them, I would be at a loss for what to do, and hopefully Ted's Friends isn't feeling that right now. They had a bit of a break, just a quick pause. Flight Risk doing his signature, jumping in, but Sam Nation is there, playing in the Cloudburst. You can't do this. Finds it. Willie trades him out, though, but Jay Zhao is there to find it instead. Now it's all up to Brittany again. The first strike comes out. Oh, maybe a little early on the swing there. Jay Zhao, you do get taken down. It's Brittany in the 2-on-1, but doesn't have the spike, doesn't have any other teammates, doesn't have any information. Recon Dart is coming out to potentially find some more soon, though, but holy moly, these rounds go by so fast. And somehow, even though it looks like they shouldn't be able to, it's Jimin Lovers finding the advantage again.
Jimin Lovers Esports holding down the spike here. Drone as well as the Gravity Well, and now Bouncy Bear is gonna look to aggress on the side of things here, and Brittany's gonna actually be able to find Bouncy Bear, but not expecting the flank examination, finding that timing. What a high risk, high reward play though. In a 2v1, generally most teams would opt to stick together and look for the trade, but they decide to split up and just expect that Bouncy, or excuse me, whoever was that, it was Brittany in that clutch there, doesn't push out after the first kill, because if they push out after the first kill and don't expect that flank, then well, it makes it a little bit tougher in that 2v1 situation, but they go for it now. It puts them up 12-2 in what will be tournament point.
And I mean, it's match point for Jimin Lovers Esports, and it would honestly be a disservice to them to say that they might just have this in the bag, because they've just been playing so cleanly, and Brittany gets caught out with a recon dart in their hands, and oh, it might just be falling apart here. Flight Deck finds one with the judge, jumps down, maybe a bit aggressively, doesn't find the second, and that gives Willie the Seekers. Seekers coming out, Jay's pushing with, oh my goodness, pushing with the Spectres in their hands. Examination finds one, can't find the next, but it's all up to Bugandi against Hirsch. It's the one-on-one. Bugandi has the spike, is gonna start running, just gonna look to make the full rotate to C here, and Hirsch actually might just have the read. May have heard him, I'm not sure, but he's actually gonna just run over. Has a cam on that C site still, so this could be big. Checking B, here's the plant. Gonna check the camera, gonna spot him out, gonna give him the tag with that camera, and oh, this could not be more tense for Bugandi. Gonna smoke it out, and does Hirsch know that he's playing in the smoke? Has an idea, maybe. Oh, they're so close, and they can't see what we can see, because it looks like they're about to have the meeting of a life. Oh, and it's Hirsch who finds it, and oh my gosh, with that play, it is going to be Jimin Lovers Esports taking away this UW Esports Connect tournament in dominating fashion. That is the 2-0 against Ted's Friends, and they are going to be going home in second place, because that is Jimin Lovers taking it all. GG, well played.
Yeah, what more can we say? What awesome Valorant action. It was actually a pleasure to watch and cast all of that stuff. It was so cool to see how exactly they were taking those sites, especially on Haven there. That one play still sticking in my mind with the Astro Gravity Well towards that spawn position, and then the dash updraft onto default. Jimin Lovers Esports looks so strong, and it's not just inside of the Waterloo community. I feel like they could make some big waves in the pro scenes as well. So kudos to them. Great showing from all players that came out to the tournament and had lots of fun, whether you were a spectator, whether or not you were just watching your friends play as well. It really helps the community out, and shout outs to everyone that was also backstage running the production, as well as everyone that's tournament organizing. Kudos to everyone doing all that as well, and just a pleasure to always be here and cast some more Valorant with you as well, Blob.
Yeah, for sure. And with that, it is going to be us signing off for now. Thank you to everyone who showed up to today's UW Esports Valorant Connect. We hope to have plenty more of these soon. But yeah, not much left to say. GG, well played to Jimin Lovers Esports. We will be back soon with more tournaments. Thank you, everyone who showed up today. I've been Blobfish. With me has been Bowser. We're going to sign off. We'll see you soon.
I'm Michael Kakaris. I'm one of the co-founders here at Deliver. Deliver is a fulfillment service for online merchants. So essentially merchants send inventory into the Deliver warehouse network. We store that inventory on behalf of the merchant, and then when orders come in for the merchant across the various different channels, we pick, pack, and ship those items to the buyer and deliver it on time. Buyers today expect items to be delivered fast and free and on time.
We see a very direct correlation between how fast a merchant is able to get their products to people's doorsteps and how much do they sell. We are ordering more and more things online. We expect them to show up faster and faster on our doorsteps.
I think today free 2-day shipping is obviously the norm, but I see that going faster to 1-day into same-day shipping. We have an incredible team. They're super curious, amazing problem solvers. They come from a wide variety of backgrounds. Some people come from the technology space, other people come from logistics space, and it's a really great melting pot of ideas at Deliver.
I like working at Deliver for a whole bunch of reasons. I love the team. I love getting to work with individuals in Toronto and Chicago.
Definitely a lot of work-life balance at Deliver. Everybody really respects the fact that we all have personal lives and, sometimes things happen, doctor's appointments, family things. It's all about communication and making sure that you're keeping everybody in the loop, and as long as you've got the work that you have to get done covered, when you're not going to be around or you're able to do it remotely the same way you would do it if you're in the office, then you're able to do that, and it's an awesome perk. I love being able to work from home when I can.
I would describe Deliver's team culture as ambitious and mutually supportive.
I think one thing that Deliver enjoys is having their employees feel comfortable at work. And if you're stressed and if you're tired, you're not going to be able to produce good work.
It's really easy for me to go talk to people in engineering or to kind of our leadership on the growth team.
One of the problems we're solving is the placement problem, trying to figure out where we should put our items.
You have all these products spread all over the country. Figure out the cheapest way to get these to the final customers to order them. When you don't know where the orders are going to come from, and the orders can come in weird patterns.
And small changes in how we make these decisions results in $1 million savings for the company.
The Deliver model is unique in that we don't own any of the underlying assets. So we've basically assembled an Uber-like network of warehouses where we leverage excess space in these warehouses across the country.
There's a lot of research and development that has to be done to figure out the best algorithms and methods that we should be using for our workflow and for our placement.
Everyone from the CEO down to the most entry-level people, they really want to know what does the data say, and they have a lot of tools to get to that. So we know exactly when a package is going to get from a certain warehouse to a certain zip code, and that's the kind of power that none of our customers ever could do on their own.
As we've launched this Deliver journey, it's been truly rewarding to see businesses do something that they could never do before.